All right, what's going on? Ricardo Hamilton, Crypto Rick, M.I.M.S. Look, before we get this show started, this is a highly anticipated show. I want to make sure we get this disclaimer out of the way. All statements in this video are my and our personal opinions based on the information I have at the time. This video is intended for the purposes of consumer education and protection, okay? This video is not intended to incite hatred or violence to any group or individual. So once again, my name is Ricardo Hamilton, Crypto Rick, M.I.M.S. I've been helping people build wealth in precious metals and cryptocurrency for years now. We've had a lot of success helping people understand blockchain and cryptocurrency, and we've been growing and learning and having a lot of success helping people in that process. And today I got with me our brother, Dr. Sergio Razel and MSB. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, brother.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and good morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm Dr. Sergio Razel, and I'm here because, well, first of all, what's my background? So I'm a wealth acquisition specialist. I help people with the ability to achieve wealth by acquiring assets and protecting their assets, understanding the tools that are used by the wealthy for years in the decentralized and centralized areas. So also was one of the top earners, top producers in the company that we were in before. Had a huge organization, over 10,000 folks, and we've been helping people. I've been in the industry that I love so much, affiliate marketing, network marketing, for over 25 years. And so that's the reason I'm coming on here tonight. And so it's my pleasure to be here. And success is voluntary. You deserve it. Over to you, sir, Mr. MSB.
Peace, family. Greetings and salutations wherever you are in the world. My name is Marcus Slade Bay. My close business partners call me MSB for short. I'm an entrepreneur, influencer, if you will. In my daytime, I'm a six-figure earner as a professional transportation specialist. But other than that, I'm freelance entrepreneur, looking for crypto, looking for solutions, freedom fighter, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, awesome. And folks, so to get this show started, man, we actually this is a reaction to what we've been seeing. And we've been seeing a lot, over the years. And it's getting to the point where we have to say something even more than what we've already been saying. And I want to start it off with a video from some other people who are trying to shed light from what they're seeing about GS Partners. And so we're going to react to this video. This is a reaction video that we have to do. And just because we're we know a little more than the average person because we are on the inside, and we're going to share some of that. But let me play this video, and then we're going to kind of react to this, and then talk about some of the things that we know and help people get a better idea or perspective on what's going on from our opinion. So let me go ahead and hit this. And this is from Ponzi Patrol.
If you got one person, 100 people saying that they can't get money off the platform, you can't find one.
Your weekly payouts have now paused.
Paused. Not stopped. Pause is what the word that was used, but okay.
So it's showing there's definitely some issues going on.
GS Partners locked up their investors' money for 18 months and promised them that they were going to pay them 4.15% per week. But now they've completely stopped paying it. There are even people saying they didn't get their initial investment back after the contracts ended. GS Partners' explanation for why this is happening is just complete nonsense, just like most of everything else in their business. They're claiming that they had some losing trades, and instead of getting margin called, that they were going to add more money into those trades, and then they ended up canceling it at a significant loss. But wait, I thought the 4.15% per week was coming from marketing.
They also guarantee you will earn 4.15% on their Meta certificates. How can they guarantee that? Because it's not trading. That money comes in through marketing.
So why would a trading loss affect marketing payouts? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of talking in circles. I can tell you what's happening, though. It's a collapsing Ponzi scheme. There's not quite enough new investments to pay back all of these certificates whenever people are canceling them and they can no longer continue to pay the 4.15%. So instead of taking their word for, oh, we had some losing trades, Why don't we take a look at some of their other lies in the past? First, BD Swiss, the company that they claim to be partnered with, actually called them fraudsters and a scam company. Second, does anyone actually have any proof that GS Partners is even trading at all? Well, of course they don't. The only acceptable proof would be registration with the proper regulators and the third-party audits that come along with that. These registrations and audits are mandatory. They're actually legally required to register in every single country that they offer their investments in. So the US and Canada being the top two. Now, before anyone tries to argue this point with me, saying that they're not legally required to register with the financial authorities, well, why don't we take a look at the fraud warnings from Canada, which are saying that they're selling unregistered securities illegally in Canada. There's multiple governments in Canada that are saying this. And don't just take it from me or the regulators in Canada. Let's have a look at a financial advisor saying the exact same thing.
This company is neither registered with any individual state regulatory body nor the SEC. They are actually operating illegally. Do you find that?
I don't know if it's operating illegal or not.
No, I mean, by the definition that you gave me of what they do, they absolutely are. And I'm actually licensed financial advisor. I'm telling you, it's operating illegally.
If you're in GS Partners and you didn't know that this was a scam before, well, I'm hoping that you're opening your eyes and realizing it now that they've stopped paying you. I actually really do feel bad for the victims, and that's why I make these videos, is to warn people who are naive and don't actually understand what's going on. But I do find it hilarious that people like Fard Madi, or Fraud Madi, as I would like to call him, is eating his words right now.
Can't nobody show you that they can't withdraw their money. Can't nobody show you that they can't withdraw their mone.
Not
so for it to be a Ponzi scheme, somebody got to be.
Go ahead, Doc. Yes.
There's a couple of things here, and I wanted to touch on the 4.1% that I think people don't understand just how big that is, and I wanted to make sure I put this out there as well, folks. The reason why we're here today is because, first of all, people have been asking us to talk about it because they're very reputable platforms that have been coming out here who have been showing their view or giving their research to the general public about this particular company, about this company that we're affiliated with. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, no, we can hear you, Doc. We can hear you.
Absolutely. Good. And so I wanted to shout out this platform right here, Ponzi Patrol, and also Pocket Watchers, because they're on the outside looking in, but we're on the inside. And being that we've been in the industry, we're professionals, we're close to it. We were with that company. We were a part of it from the very beginning. We know all the insides and outs. And I think it's our response. We feel like it's our responsibility to share with the public what it is that just what our experiences have been. And what we know, because we're being coaches, we're mentors. And again, people need to be informed as to what we're sharing. And so I was going to spend a little bit of time talking about that 4.1%, but I guess we'll wait. I'll wait until later.
No problem. We definitely can get to that. And let me say this before I continue to play this, because really this was a really good video that Ponzi Patrol did. It was short, and trust me, folks, we're going to go into it and give you some details from our own perspective on the inside and what we've experienced. Okay. And so one thing I do want to show on my end, because I have some people say, they think that we're on the outside looking in. Oh, you guys don't know what we're talking about. We have the official narrative from corporate and this and that. And I want to make sure that people see that. Me personally, I have GSB IPO shares. Okay. And if you know IPO, those are securities, right? But obviously this is at this point now that I know probably more than likely an unregistered security as well. Right. But I have some GSB IPO vouchers that I have not been able to sell. They owe me $60,000 personally. Total $61,000. This is my GS trade account. OK. Cannot take this out. Don't tell. There's no prospectus. Hasn't told me how to take my money out. Hasn't told me when I'll be able to sell it. I don't believe I will ever get this money. Right. At this point, they've come out with so many things. So we have a vested interest. I'm well within my rights, right, to talk on this and give a review, because I have been given no information, no prospectus, no idea what's going on with my own investment. And now that I see other people are waking up to what this is, I have to also share some light on my own experiences as well. So let's go ahead and finish that video, okay? And then we're really gonna get into it. So give me a second here. Let me pull that right back up.
Saying I tried to get money out of there, and there's no money there.
No, that's
You
not.
won't find no person with a GS Partners account that will say that. That's the only way you can say we got a Ponzi. If you got one person, 100 people saying that they can't get money off the platform, you can't find one.
Can we make
extra content? So I'm
can we
showing
make this a conversation, Mr. Fard here. Can we make this a conversation because you just keep talking over me? I'd like to be able to tell you what a Ponzi scheme is since you're not.
Now I know what the Ponzi scheme is.
Now I have to pause it here. When I first saw this video, I was rolling. Okay, I was on the floor rolling because he looked stupid as hell. Okay, because the brother don't know what a Ponzi scheme is. But let's go ahead and continue so y'all can laugh when we're gonna.
You can't tell me what I know. I know the Ponzi scheme is.
Well, it doesn't sound like it. So
no, it doesn't sound like you know what the Ponzi scheme is. A Ponzi scheme is when everybody don't get their money.
No. That's hilarious.
That's a Ponzi.
No, it's not.
That's a Ponzi.
No, it's not.
That's the definition. That's the definition of a Ponzi.
I guess now that people.
Oh my God! So these are the people that they're listening to, that are telling them that this is a good opportunity. That this is not a scam and this is legit. He can't even articulate, doesn't understand what a Ponzi scheme is. He doesn't say. He said, long as you can get your money, it's not a Ponzi. So until you can't get your money, you know what I'm saying? Until you can't get your money, it's not a Ponzi. But when you can't get your money, it's a Ponzi. But by the time you can't get your money, it's too late. Probably should have been some signs before you even got to that point for you to realize that it was a Ponzi scheme, right? And we're gonna talk about that as well.
GS Partners, Fard can actually finally admit that this is a Ponzi scheme, even by his definition. He was very adamant that that's the definition of a Ponzi scheme, is if people don't get their money. There's no chance that he's going to admit it, never will. And the reason is because a lot of the top promoters like this know that it's a scam and they know that it's going to collapse at some point. And they're just signing people up for the 15% affiliate commission.
I have to agree with that 100%. I had to stop it right there personally myself. I think that, and you'll see if you watch Pocket Watch's video, he shows Ben X's little intro video to GS Partners, and they talk about all this money. Now they say they making money. Me, I say they stealing money. They say, oh, we making a lot of money. We helping people make money. To me, I think y'all helping people steal money from other people that look like you. And so they're making so much in commissions, right? And we're gonna trust me, we're gonna talk about that, how that whole thing got set up from the beginning as well, and who set that comp plan up and everything else. But they're not making money over there. They're just stealing money from people because we're gonna get into it. Let me play this video.
I mean, most of the top affiliates, including Fard, were part of Carrot Bars, which was what seems to me to be a previous iteration of GS Partners. You can take a look. Joseph Pite, chairman of the board of Carrot Bars, is now chairman of the board of GS Partners.
Please pause for a second. Please pause.
Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
All right. One of the biggest challenges that people have been saying, and I think this is where they make the mistake. People try to say that because it was Carrot Bars and Carrot Bars collapsed, that therefore Carrot Bars was not a good thing, and then GS Partners tried to remove themselves from having anything to do with Carrot Bars. But we just wanted to make sure that we say this here. For many, many years, Carrot Bars was considered the strongest. Well, first of all, it was the #1 gold company in the world for individuals in small increments. LBMA certified, the assets are real. We all know that. It wasn't until they retooled Carrot Bars when the leadership that came to Carrot Bars, when the new leadership came, who are the people here at GS Partners, came along, that was the demise of Carrot Bars. Now, here's the thing. These people said that they had nothing to do with Carrot Bars. And if we could go back just a little bit so that the audience knows who this is, M.I.M.S, if we can go back just so they know exactly who this person is that's speaking.
Okay. Yep.
And so let's make no mistake about it. That Go ahead, sir.
Yep.
Which was what seems to me to be a previous iteration of GS Partners. You can take a look. Joseph Haidt, chairman of the board of Carrot Bars. He's now chairman of the board of GS Partners.
Joseph Haidt.
So this is, and let me say what Doc just said, folks. He, a lot of people who on the outside looking in, they all say Carrot Bars was a scam. We was in Carrot Bars before they came out with cryptocurrency, when they were just a gold company. It was a legitimate gold company. It was not a scam. Carrot Bars was not a scam until, from our opinion, from what we've seen, until Joseph Haidt and his people came. That's when things started to go south, from what we saw, right? In our opinion, right? But Harold Sykes delivered gold all around the world, and it was pure gold. Now, was there a markup on the gold? Every business has a markup, okay? So it's going to be a little markup. So just because there's a markup doesn't mean that it's not a legitimate business or that Carrot Bars was a scam. Carrot Bars wasn't a scam, but when they got into cryptocurrency and a lot of people lost money, and now obviously we know what's going on with Carrot Bars, that's why people consider it a scam. So I understand what you're saying, Doc, and I agree with you 100%. We want to get that record straight, that Carrot Bars was a solid company when they stuck to gold only. It got scammy when they got into crypto. And then also we got introduced to Joseph Haidt. He wasn't always there. This is the thing about it. Nobody knew him. Nobody knew him.
What I want to say here is this. I want to be clear that what I'm actually saying is that the company was legitimate and solid, and they performed on what they said they were going to perform. Even in the beginning, when we first got introduced to crypto, what happened was, because of when the new leadership got on board, things started to change in terms of the business practices. And what I can say is that because of the business practices, that's when you started to beg the question as to if, in fact, the activities bordered along fraud, and if it bordered along that. So those are the words I'm using here. And I think that that's important, that people make up their own mind about that situation. But absolutely, Ricardo, exactly what you said, sir.
No, we don't. Look, we don't want to come on here and make a blanket statement as if it's 100% fact, and we're accusing or saying or pointing fingers in that nature, right? We're giving our opinion from what we have experienced, from what we've seen, right? And so we just, definitely want to make that clear. That's why we got the disclaimer out there, right, early on in this video. But this is a fact, and you're going to hear in this video, and this is the reason we play this part, is because GS Partners has tried to distinguish themselves from Carrot Bars. And you cannot. There's no way that you can do that. And those of us who know.
That's right.
And that's why he's playing. That's why Ponzi Patrol showed this video of Joseph Haidt himself saying that he was a chairman of Carrot Bars International. Okay. And so go ahead. If anything else you want me to play,
that's it. I'm just ready to hit this part of the video.
Yep.
Chairman of the board, president of the group, Carrot Bars International and Gold Standard Banking Corporate.
And the V99 coin from Carrot Bars is now the G99 coin from GS Partners. They even carried over the gold theme. So you have Gold Standard Bank, and you also have Carrot Bars, which is related to gold. So if all these people were part of Carrot Bars, which is a collapsed Ponzi scheme, and even most of them will admit that at this point, then surely they have to know what's going on here. But instead, what all of these top affiliates are going to do is they're going to try to spin this to make it seem like it's a positive thing and that they're doing it to protect your money. Hell, they're even using that language by saying that they're implementing something called M.I.M.S, or Market Protection System. And
I want to pause it there because he's going to get into where they're going. But I have to talk a little bit about this transition here and how it got started, from my opinion, from what I saw. In Carrot Bars, we had coin packages, and people made so much money from being able to promote these coin packages. Once that ended, it was like a high, I think. And I think that people wanted to continue that and also keep their teams. And so they ran over to, with Joseph Haidt, to sell the next big thing since Bitcoin, G999. And which we're going to get into that. And actually, we might even show the chart of G999, which is just been trash. It's, you know, it's in the crypto space. We have a saying for coins like that. They call them shit coins, right? But when you, and we're going to talk about this transition, but I want to kind of just shed some light on, well, how did they go from carrot bars to GS partners and everything else? And who were the major players that went over there? And what was a possible incentive? What was a possible motive? And most people, from my opinion, the reason that most people went over there is because we lost. If you got into the crypto side with carrot bars, you lost money, right? You lost money with your KBC, you lost money with your KCB, and here you have, you know, on the other side that you want to get your money back. And they told us to roll our coins over into this system, and so we can make our money back. And really, it was, in my opinion, it was a money grab. It was, you know, it was a way to keep the money flowing from selling coin packages and selling hype. And we go ahead, Doc. You want to add on that or something? I see you itching.
No, I'm itching. I'm literally I'm sitting here. I'm trying to make notes on what I want to talk about the progression.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm just taking notes so that we can come back to it.
Yeah. Okay.
And some of us, and there was some people who really made a lot of money doing the crypto side. It wasn't the crypto side. It was when there was this change. We're transitioning from the KBC to the KCB and then all those other things. And then, of course, it all came to a head in January 2020, right before the worldwide health crisis. So that led a lot of people down the road. Some people were still doing very well. It was just toward the end of that. But for the folks that are watching this that want to know if GS Partners is something they should get into, or the folks that are there at this point, we want to just make sure that we give you guys all the information that we have as insiders, because these other guys are outsiders and they weren't in. And there's a reason why I left GS Partners. So again, you make up your own mind about what it looks like. Yeah. But well, you know, I'm looking forward to that part.
Might I add? I've been kind of quiet, but I keep. It bothers me to keep hearing the term top leaders, because some of these dudes that's marketing this, like Farah Muhammad or Fraud Money, as he like to call them, they couldn't leave me out of a paper bag. They couldn't leave themselves out of a plastic bag where it was clear. You get what I'm saying? So a lot, and if you really want to be factual, go look at some of their followers on social media. Nobody's listening to them, but they're making all of this money. Where's all this money coming from? And they bring it in and growing these large teams. So, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's good.
This is basically stopping you from being able to withdraw 50% of your money whenever you go to cash it out, whenever you go to change it from the in-house coins for GS Partners, the G Euro or G999, and they stop you from doing that with 50% of it. But sure, that's a great thing for the investors. That lets them get all their money back, right? Well, of course not. Their only goal is to hold on to as much money as possible for as long as possible. Instead of all this nonsense that they're pitching and where they just keep moving the goalpost, I'm going to shoot it to you straight here. This is a Ponzi scheme. That's the most logical explanation. I've been saying this for 8 months now, and I have a 100% track record on being right about calling out Ponzi schemes. It's only going to get worse for investors. Right now, they've already stopped.
Yeah, and so let me say this too, because it seems Ponzi scheme, for those who don't know, these are people who you get new investors to pay off the old investors, and they're selling you a bill of goods. You know, they make it sound great. And I'm telling you, over there, they got a great marketing team. They make it sound like they got and they said it, we got the best thing since Bitcoin. You know, they're telling people whatever they need to hear, okay? And they're paying off the old investors with new investors' money, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, from what I'm seeing, because everything that they've rolled out with from day one, it was hyped, and then it lost value, and then they converted you over to something else in the ecosystem. And that's what they've continued to do over and over and over again. And now we're seeing that same playbook. But understand something too about this is not the only platform that has had issues like this and eventually went to its demise. There are other platforms, like I mentioned, even, you know, I said, is this the greatest Ponzi scheme since OneCoin? But we most recently know Novatech. We most recently know Hyperverse. We most recently know a lot of programs that we were in where you couldn't withdraw your money, or they limited the withdrawal, or they limited, how long, they're going to pay you out, or they start making changes, and there are signs when a crypto Ponzi scheme or Ponzi scheme in general is going to collapse. You start to see these things. You say, oh, and a lot of us who've been in the space long enough, we like, oh, the rug pull's coming. The rug pull's coming. Now, one thing, go ahead, Doc.
No, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. One thing I will say about how they're doing things over there is that they're very innovative and coming up with new hype to get people to stick with it and buy something else. So even if they don't be done, they might run for a whole nother year or two. I doubt it. They might run for it because their ability to swindle the people, to get them into a new con, which if I understand it, they got something new and bigger, and we're gonna show that as well. But
Ponzi Patrol did a great job of showing that, when there are certain signs, and you just said it, Ricardo, there are certain signs when things look like when in the past, these other companies that had collapsed, this happens when it comes down to when it started happening. This happened when you start seeing the signs of what's about to happen with the rug pull, right? And all we're saying here is that these signs are these signs, And again, Ricardo's question was, is it the biggest scam since OneCoin? I think we'll find out.
Yeah, that's the question. And while you were talking, Doc, shout out to everybody in the comments, everybody who's liking this video, sharing this video. I meant to put these comments up, so shout out to everybody. I'll be bringing up some of these comments as well. And I know they show Brother Ben X and for the nation, and we always want to make sure that it's clear that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Executive Council of the Nation of Islam advised the believers not to get involved in this or any other type of Ponzi scheme. The nation has nothing to do with this, even though you've seen Brother Ben X up there. They do not promote or affiliate in any kind of way with any of these type of scams and what appears to be a scam in investment opportunities like this. So yeah, let me finish playing this video and we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Paying out money, and they're saying, hey, if you invest more money, then maybe we'll start giving you your 4.15% a week back, but you have to give us more money first. If that doesn't raise alarm bells, then I don't know what will. And if I have a 100% track record of being right about calling out Ponzi schemes, for example, Novatech, Crypto Program, Vortic United, and more, then why would you trust them instead of me whenever they've been lying about almost everything this entire time? Let's take a look at a few of their lies. GS Partners claimed to own the J1 towers in Dubai, and they said they were going to pass over profits to people who invested in the J1 coin that they were launching.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
GS Partners
it's
used
a lie. All right, so hold on now. Because so the J1, who do y'all remember when they announced this? This was the biggest thing. We doing tokenized real estate. We got the J1 building. They all in Dubai and they got the signs all on the building and everything and telling people that we got this building. And then what happened? Oh, no, we don't really have that building. That's what we told you because we wanted you to buy into the hype and put all your money into this thing.
There was another building. There was another building or something when everybody got over to Dubai. It was like, no, we're not in this building. We're in this building. It's like,
we're next door. We next door. Go ahead.
I remember seeing them post pictures with G99 and lights going down the building.
Yeah. It was
yeah.
Let me tell you,
they know how to throw a party.
They can throw a party. They can throw a party.
Now, wine and dine you.
Oh man, you're gonna love it, man. In certain parts of the country, they call that lullabying to sleep. Now, again, this is not an indictment on the people that have been victimized by the business practices here, right? Yeah. This is what we're doing here is we're talking about our own personal experiences, what we saw, and I can't wait to really get into my personal experience, but I wanted to share. I'm looking forward to it.
No, I'm glad you brought that up, Doc, and I apologize to everybody because I meant to get that out in the beginning because a majority of people who don't like this video, they're going to feel like we're attacking them personally because they like GS Partners or they might have money in GS Partners or whatever reason. This is not an attack on you, the individual. This is us trying to expose or react to what we believe is a crypto Ponzi scam based on our experience and how long we've been in and what we're going through. You see what I'm saying? So there's people who are going to take it personal. It has nothing to do per se with you, the average individual out there that's NGS partners and this and that and the third. And I showed you earlier, I have, and last time I checked, I was the 5th largest holder of the GSB IPOs. Last time I checked, that was a little while ago. I have 360,000. Now, after this live stream, because remember, they got a centralized system over there. It's not decentralized. They'll probably lock me out of my account and take away my shares. I never believed I was going to get that money anyway, right? Who knows? We'll see. I will let you know, okay? But this is the whole thing. My shares, right? I have a vested interest. If this thing was real and I believed it was real and what they were going to do, those shares could be very valuable to me, right? But I have to call out what I see and from my perspective and share that with others. So just for those, yeah, go ahead, Doc.
And I want to be clear to say this. Let me be clear. I want to say this again once and for all, right? What I'm saying to everybody out here is that it is important that as a responsible person in the industry, as a leader, that people respond to and respect that. Listen, I'm calling out things that I've seen, right? I want to make it very clear that, in my opinion, there are some questionable business practices about this company that would beg the question if, in fact, they are bordering on fraud and scam. That's my comment. I want to make sure I'm clear. I'm telling you that these are some questionable practices. Now, I don't want for anybody at any point to misquote what I said. All right? That's it. And and a person can make their own informed decision.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Off of the facts.
Yeah. All right, let me finish that. I'm glad we got that away. Just because there are people the only people who are not going to like this is people who feel like these videos hurt their ability to continue to earn or recruit.
Versus their ability to get their money out of this. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yeah, I said it out loud.
Right.
Versus their ability to get their money, and all the people that, if it continues down this track, won't be able to get their money when we talk about this 4.1%.
Hey, I'm right there with them. I'm owed $60,000 plus in GSB IPO shares.
And I have GSB IPOs as well. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Claim to be partnered with BD Swiss, which is a massive multinational company.
Can we stop right here?
Oh, you go. You know we gotta stop it there.
We gotta stop right here. Listen, when companies try to affiliate themselves with other companies, the reason they do it, the reason they affiliate the other companies, because they're trying to establish credibility. What you guys are going to see in this particular video, that this company that they want to be affiliated with says that they have nothing to do with them. They put out an actual article saying they have nothing to do with them. That alone should make anybody. Oh, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, guys. But anybody, that alone will let anybody know that, wait, if you saying you rocking with me, but then I turn around and say, who? I'm not rocking with them. My credibility goes out the window, right? But then you have all these people who came in, good people from all over the world, hard workers, honest people who out here. I'm talking about guys. I'm talking about widows. There are people that were in my organization that are widows, man, who put their life savings into this company because they believed that they were affiliated with a reputable company. BD Swiss is a reputable company. That right there should have been the first telltale sign for everybody else that continues to go on. There are some bad actors, and they're a disgrace. And we're going to talk about some of those bad actors that have managed to avoid the smoke from all these other folks in just a few minutes here. But that's the thing I wanted to share. I just wanted to make sure I said that right there. Guys, you got to think. You got to think. That's all I'm saying.
And what I add to that. So here we are. Once again, they sell you on something in the beginning, and then you find out it's not really what you've been told. Oh, we have this building. Oh no, wait, we have the one next door. Oh, we're doing trading.
And then we don't even know if they had the one next door. We don't even know if that was true.
We don't. Yeah, exactly. And so, we're doing trading now, and we got BD Swiss. And then you find out BD Swiss on the main page says, well, GS Partners are fraudsters. We've never had a relationship with them. And then they say, well, no, we didn't say BD Swiss. No, we had it with SkyGround. And then BD Swiss comes out and says, SkyGround, some fraudsters too. We don't got no relationship with them. So now all the red flags should be going all over the place. Like, hold on. I done put my money in this thing, and y'all told me y'all working with these people, and y'all ain't working with these people. How the hell, where's this money coming from? So now that's why we get the indication that this might be a Ponzi scheme, because now you getting investors to put money in, and you're paying us out from people, new people coming in, because apparently there was no trading going on. Now, if there was trading going on, now, well, can you show us the results? Can you show us some trade history?
Allegedly.
Can you allegedly? Can you show us a liquidated account? Can you verify some of the stuff that you're saying besides all the hype? Oh, but we got the owners now, because this is what I understand from what I saw, what I understood. They had the owners of BD Swiss on stage to get people to believe that BD Swiss was affiliated with them.
Were they the owners?
Were no longer in control of the company, from what I understand. So it was a show. And trust and believe those owners got paid. Oh, people's pockets are getting in line. We didn't talk about Mayweather. Mayweather got promoted. We got celebrities. Oh, these people getting paid. Okay. So that's that one thing. BD Swiss said we are not partnering with them. So who's doing the trading? And this is the thing. Whoever's doing this trading, this better be some AI bot from the future or something, because you giving returns that the market ain't getting. You talking about 4.5% a week, and then now they ain't getting that, and we got something better for you. Oh, don't worry about that.
They got 18. They got 18% now. They could
18% now for you.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, don't worry. I know we're gonna get into it. Look, but don't worry about the 4.15 or the money I told you we was gonna get from that. I got something better for you. Yeah. That money, just don't worry about that. I got something better. Put your money in this one. Yeah. We're gonna
let's get it. Let's get it.
Let me press play, man.
Let's get it.
They claim to have a banking license out of the country of Comoros.
That was a lot.
They even have
now the banking license. This remind me, we got to get to the banking license. This remind me of Carrot Bars. When I was in now let me say, when I was in Carrot Bars, I didn't know how to evaluate business as well as I do now. Because when I was in Carrot Bars and I went down to Miami to the supposed bank, and this is once again, this is Joseph Haidt at the time set all this up, right? That was not no bank, man. We was in an office building. It was we have this bank, and we went to Miami. It was an office building, but when you trust the people who brought you in, and when you trust what they saying, the same way people trusting now with these certificates, you think that, okay, well, maybe this is where it is right now, but that's not where it's going to be tomorrow. Maybe next month, next year we come here, this thing going to be a fully, operational, system, so, but I'm saying that the same type of playbook is being played right now. You see what I'm saying? Where they're saying we have this and we're saying we have that, and then you find out they have to walk it back later on. So I had to address that. Let's go to let them finish.
A company right now that's called Swiss Valorum Bank. Yeah, they don't have a banking license. They're not a bank. That would be like me going by Dr. Ponzi Patrol when I'm obviously not a doctor. And most importantly, they said that they would pay all the investors 4.15% per week. And well, now you know that's a lie.
Gotcha, bitch.
Bruce Hughes said there were going to be 3 different options for the people who were invested in these certificates. Let's take a look at that.
Option 1, you don't do anything. You've already received your weekly payout, so you've got a bit of profit that's sitting over there. Your weekly payouts have now paused because it's dropped below 100%, okay? And you're just going to wait out the rest of the contract period and receive back whatever's in that account. Okay, that's option 1. Option 2 is you can choose to top that up. You can choose to top it up back to over 100%. And you can choose to see what the markets do. If you do that, again, those are being traded, but you would have activated the weekly payback. The weekly payback is our company's responsibility. Okay, that's separate. And so we obviously reactivate our responsibility based on that trade, that account being at 100%. Or Option 2 is you can wait to see if we offer you something that might be related to our blockchain bonds. And we can't give you all the information on the blockchain.
Oh my God. Now we got blockchain bonds for you folks. Don't worry about all that other stuff that ain't performed. We got something new for you. Just wait. It's the biggest thing ever. It's called blockchain bonds for our sorry scam coin G999 and our sorry blockchain. What happened to GS Telecom? What happened to all this other stuff y'all had and all this? It's all hype. It's one thing to the next. And now you see the other guy on the left there, Dirk Zalman, okay? Another Bonds guy. We didn't know about Dirk Zalman. So apparently Dirk Zalman is Joseph Haight's guy. I mean, that's the only correlation I can make.
Listen. I would like to just go through a little chronology right here, because this guy has managed to, matter of fact, I need to make sure. Anyway, this guy has managed to, nobody talks about this guy. So this guy, when Karatbars was flying high, everything was going well. Then all of a sudden, you know, the new leadership came in, the new chairman of the board came in, and he brought these guys, right? And all of a sudden, we went up for a minute. Things got good, but then everything came crashing, tumbling down around us, right? And this guy, Dirk Zalman, when he was there, I'm just saying, this is what happened when he was there. This is what happened. Then, I don't know if he knows this or not, but anybody that was around during that time who knows that, who did they say was the bad guy?
Dirk.
They said Dirk Zalman was the bad guy. They went on and on. They blamed him. I'm talking about the leadership council, all the way up to, say what now?
I said that's a good point.
That's what they said. And then, so he was out. We wasn't dealing with him. Went to Free Bay. I never moved my gold over there. They tried to digital move our gold over there. And I was like, well, gee, if Karatbars, who have been giving me my gold for 5 years straight on time, all of a sudden, due to the supply chain issue, all of a sudden, I wasn't getting my gold, wasn't getting my cash. Something wasn't right. But so now, how in the world is Free Bay going to be able to give me my gold if Karatbars can't give me my gold, right? And then we got the GS Partners, and I don't know if people remember this with GS Partners. The reason the way they got us over there, they got us to get into that is because we were going to have gold, silver, and diamonds. We haven't had gold,
I forgot about that,
or diamonds. Yeah, I know you forgot, but that's how they got us. They got us to go and get involved with GS Partners because we were going to have gold, silver, and diamonds. Never saw that. Never saw any of it. And then after that, GS Partners, they did all these other things. We've talked about that, but it was last year in June, I believe, June or July 2022, when all of a sudden they jumped on this platform with these meta certificates. Who did they bring back earlier in the year? It's either early this year or the end of last year. Who they bring back?
Dirk.
This guy, Dirk Zalman. And now he had been in several other companies after he left Karatbars. I don't know what's going on with those people, but what I do know is that when Hyperfund and Hyperverse went down, there's a video where he brought all these Hyperfund and Hyperverse people over to GS Partners. What does that tell you? I'm just saying, what does it tell you?
Yeah.
It's the same platform, the same situation, and now all of a sudden they're going down the road where they're not paying people their money. People have their contracts have expired. People have not been getting them. They've been complaining about not getting their money after the contracts expired. They pushed it back to, a few months later down the road, which is the same thing that happened with some other notable companies that that Ponzi Patrol mentioned. So this probably looks like the beginning of the end. Mr. MSB, go right ahead, sir.
Yeah, but I keep noticing, like, throughout all this content that we're putting out right now, we keep mentioning all these foreigners. I want to look at the camera and point straight to Michael Delco, because that's who I got a problem with, because he's the one who bringing these foreigners over here stealing from us, in my opinion, allegedly, whatever word we need to use. I don't trust them. We've been bringing people good business that's on this land, solid opportunities like 7K metals, things that the people can actually use. And he kept steering people over to Dubai with foreigners. foreigners because they have no jurisdiction over them. You get me? And I see the play, but I digress. But you know,
you have a good point there, because there are definitely some bad actors in here, and I want to say that my experience has been that Michael Dalco cannot be trusted. I was with you, Michael Dalco. You remember I was with you back with Carry Bars. I was with you. I helped you build your business. My organization was the largest business. See, people need to understand, we're not coming from hate. We're coming from love right here. And everybody that you're looking at on this platform right here had love for Michael Dalco at one time. This is somebody that we put this is somebody that we trusted. We brought our people to him. My organization was the fastest growing, largest organization in Carry Bars. I was Michael Dalco's number one leg, period. More than Kevin 2X Thompson, who also is somebody that knows what's going on, but he's not out here. You know, this is my opinion, okay? This is somebody, they understand how this stuff works. And Michael Dalco is somebody that on these other platforms manages to be excused. For some reason, they don't bring him in. They don't mention him. I'm glad you brought him up, MSB, because this gentleman, you know, I'm still edifying him, calling him a gentleman. This gentleman literally went through people's organizations, taking people out of their organizations, moving people around. And I can say this because I saw it happen to me. Okay. But he did it even before we started GS Partners. That's fine. People can go where they want to go. But you got to understand, when you understand the dynamic there, Michael Dalco is the person that had us when we was leaving Carry Bars. He told us, he came to me about another company in the dark of the night, early in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. He came to me and said, hey, guys, this is what's going on. I don't like what's going on, Carry Bars and Freebay. You know, there's this other company that I want you guys to get into. So he called me and several of my leaders. We had a conversation. And here's the thing. I have receipts. So I don't want anybody, you don't even try to come to my inbox trying to get me to bring, I got the receipts. So just, play your position. Don't even come for me, because I got the receipts. So let me make it very clear. I have receipts showing that he and his wife were my direct upline. Did y'all catch that?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure everybody hears that. And we started trying to build that company. Then he said himself that he went to Joseph Haidt to start GS Partners. See, we're on the inside, guys. This isn't Fugazi. We're speaking facts here. So I want you to understand something. And there's stuff out there that shows that he said that. So I want to make sure that we hold these people accountable who are doing these things. He goes out here, he says something like, he recently put up a post talking about, our beautiful industry. One thing, cross recruiting is something that we shouldn't be doing, in our beautiful industry. And he is the chief cross recruiter. He went down into people in his organizations down.
Valerie Smith.
Put them out. Yo,
mine. He did me like that too.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for those people who haven't spoken. And you know who you are. If you're on this live, please feel free to come forward, speak. I don't know if we can, I don't know how this stuff works, but let's be clear. I want to make sure, and I'm glad you did that, Marcus, because I want to be clear. Michael Dalco, you need to be held accountable for your practices that are very, very untrustworthy. You should be ashamed of yourself. And we're very disappointed in you because we considered you our brother. Let me make this clear. Y'all got to understand something. We consider him our brother. That's the reason why we're going so hard on him, because we expected more than that. And we made you, Michael Dalco. We made you. But so I just want to be clear. Everybody knows what was going on with us. Anyway, but I wanted to make sure. So now when he sees this video, he's going to have an opportunity to finally, he got to hold his feet to the fire. And by the way, guys, they're going to try to say all kinds of stuff about Ricardo Hamilton, about Marcus Slate Bay, MSB. They're going to try to say, and myself. This is what I'm going to say to you. But just believe it. Believe whatever they say. but see if you can back up the facts that we're putting out here. See if you can back up their facts or ours. That's all. I'm sorry. Can we go ahead and finish watching the video, brother?
No. You know, I'm glad you got that out of the way because yeah, that transition when we went from Karatbars to Freebay, the narrative was stick in your organization, stick with your upline. Whoever signs you up, that's who you stick with. Mm-hmm. Now, when it came to Dalco setting up GS Partners with Joseph Haidt, then it changed because he now could change the comp plan. Michael Dalco, in my opinion, obviously we know he was a top guy. Everybody knows Michael Dalco. Who wouldn't want to be direct to Michael Dalco in his organization to say, yeah, I'm in Mike Dalco's organization. So Michael Dalco, Kevin Thompson, and all them started going into calling people, signing them up directly with them because the new comp plan was for builders, was for recruiters. You see, they got rid of the binary saying Karatbars. You could benefit from the points. The points flew up. You know, it kind of was enticing for people who couldn't build. No, this new comp plan. No, it was for recruiters, and they went in and scalping. They went, like we talked about, Valerie, a whole lot of other people. I don't remember everybody, but people know who they were. They say, yep, they went through my organization. They was calling my people, signed them up in GS Partners, and then just went over me. I think even Sheila Abrams at that time, who doesn't like me. I don't know why. You know, some people don't like you, can't do nothing about it. But same thing. There are people who complain and say, well, oh, like you talk about their practices. But so they say one thing, and it's another thing. But really, it all came down to, man, I got this company, I got this team, and all these people are going all these other places, and I need to have something so they can still be with me so I can still get paid. And it doesn't matter if it's not valuable. It doesn't matter if something's solid. I just got to have something. But let me go over here with Joseph Haidt, okay? And then Tammy Morrison, we're telling, and all these, that whole
shout out to Tammy Morrison. Won't be clear. Shout out to Tammy Morrison.
Yeah. There's a whole way that this whole thing got set up, folks. It was done very strategically, and it was a money grab. There is nothing unique about G999. There is nothing unique about their blockchain. Okay? There is no value there. It sounds good. There's no value there. There's no major developers coming over to build on their blockchain. Okay? It's not there, folks. It's not there. The G999, since it came out, started at like 2 cents, never got back to 2 cents. They pump and dump that coin, okay? And I might show the chart later on. And you know what Dalco will say? Oh, it's a stable coin. He said.
Wait. We had an event. First of all, let's be clear. Here's the thing that people don't understand. When we had G999, you know what? I'm going out of pocket. I'm gonna wait till we get to it. But since we're talking about Mike Dalco, I'm gonna share a story later on about what happened with Michael Dalco, who set me up to not talk to my people about the program he's about to roll out, so that he could get all those folks in place. But forget that. I could talk about a couple years later what happened where he literally went in. Yes. Anyway, when he literally went in and took shout out brother Carlito Muhammad. Yep. He really literally went in and moved somebody out of my organization and told me, now remember guys, you know, with their meta certificates, you're not supposed to have to recruit. Doc, you got to recruit. You're not recruit. No. See, GS Partners was set up for recruiters. I told all my team members this. They knew, of course, I can recruit. MSB can recruit. Brother M.I.M.S can recruit, but it's not for everybody. Not everybody's out there. And I'm going to tell you what that gentleman said to me when I showed him some other programs where you could do a team build. He said to me, see, that's the part I don't like right there. I don't like that part. You got to eat what you kill. You got to eat what you kill. That's what a shark does. See, some of us are sharks. We can recruit, right? I recruit over, 700 people or something in Karatbars. But not everybody could do that. That's not what this is. But he didn't like the program where we are. This is what he said to me, y'all. I don't have to say allegedly. I have to say allegedly. He said that to me. He didn't like it because it was a team build. Tell me what he told me.
I called him myself. I called him myself, and I was on the same thing, trying to show him 7K, and he did not want to hear it. He was not interested in the team build, and I was already disgruntled with him by this time. But I was just trying to see, man, just look at the comp plan. Just look at the numbers. Just look at it, and he was not interested.
And let me say this, because I see it. We reference in other companies, and we we don't want to necessarily make any relationship with that. And this is not obviously, it's because he didn't do this, that this is, the feelings or sentiments about that thing. So people definitely don't misconstrue that. But I do want to address this comment, because this is going to be the mindset of a lot of people that's in GS Partners and still believe, no matter what anybody says, to me, it's like drinking the Kool-Aid. You see what I'm saying? Jonestown type of thing, right? But they still, hey, we making money. We got people over here making money. They buying houses, they buying cars, they paying off debt. They're changing their lives. This is a great system. We're changing lives. That's the narrative that they sell. And I say what I said before. From what I'm saying and from what I know, from what I'm experiencing, right? All they're doing is what we call a Ponzi scheme, okay? And you're only getting paid from bringing people in. But nothing has held value. The real estate, the AC Cobra, the G999, they lost the card. What else is it? The NFTs, Lydian Lions, this hype metaverse world stuff. Nothing holds. They just roll you into the next thing. And if there's something new that comes out on a layer of the blockchain, they will add it to their platform and make it seem like they got the best thing. And the thing is that the public doesn't know. They're sharing this stuff and selling this package. People who don't understand blockchain, they don't understand the market. They just know it sounds good, and they use buzzwords. But they're getting uninformed, people to participate and put their money into this. And like I said, telling people to cash out their savings, cash out their 401k, and they're all doing it under the umbrella of, oh, the banks are collapsing, or the government's no good. Which there's some validity to that. But really, they're not making money. They're stealing money. Your money, your commissions is coming from you getting somebody else to put money in based off a belief of what they're doing that, for one thing, cannot be substantiated. If you're making money from trading, who's doing the trading? Where's the results? You said BD Swiss is your trading partner, and I don't even think, I don't know, but is BD Swiss saying that that they're giving these returns, that they can give these returns? I don't even know, but what I'm saying, this is ridiculous.
When we get to that compound calculator that they use, listen, this is what I want to suggest for everybody out there. Everybody out there that's a part of GS Partners, right? The folks that I know, the guys, the big guys don't have to do it because they already know these numbers. I want you to go ahead and use that. Put $1,000 in there. We're going to do it a little later, but put $1,000 in there, and I want you to compound it at 4.1%. Once you've done that, look at what your return is going to be after 10 years. Okay, and then you tell me if you really believe that this is a legitimate thing. Warren Buffett has never had that kind of return for a 10-year period.
Well, anyway. I mean, this is the thing, Doc. This is the thing. They said that we have to change this, the 4.15% or what we're paying out, or the issue that they're now having, because the traders had losses. That's what they're saying. So obviously, how can you come out here and say that you're going to give this return or this is going to work and all that, and you got people paying into this, but they're not. It's not being sold that way. It's not understood that way. And now, and this is so crazy, because when one product doesn't work or there's issues, they just roll you into another one. It's just like when the master nodes. How many nodes they came out with? They got full nodes, so community nodes.
So for the people that are new, for the people that are looking at this, right?
Exclusive nodes, lifetime nodes.
For the people that don't know anything about what we're doing this for the folks that are considering this company, as well as for the people that are already in there. So what we're trying to let you know is that you need to consider these things, because I know you have no idea we're talking about these nodes and all this stuff. No. I don't know. We're very passionate about this because we watch people get hurt.
Can I answer Jared Bridgman? My suggestion is, sir, is that you share this live. We have roughly around 50, 60 people on here. like it and share it and get it out, because people are content. I think they claim that they have like 500,000 people worldwide or something. As far as followers or affiliates or something like that, they've been growing at a rate, and we know their track record. So his question said, my question to you, Ricardo, and the rest of the panel, what do you say to those who may not know about this but still trying to get people in GS? I have a friend who to this day wants me to join. I suggest that you like and share this live stream. Thank you, sir.
I think that's a great point, MSB. And real quick, I guess we should go ahead and finish the video.
Yeah, I do. I want to say this. I had a company call me today, and they're telling me that they're going to give me, it's a like a BNB kind of reinvestment, staking platform. This is this thing, staking. And he says that we have, this is what he tells me. He says that we have AI and quantum computers that are going to be able to give you 50% a month for staking. And so I said, well, can you tell me, how this is getting done? Oh, it's the trading. All right, am I going to be able to see the results? Where's this quantum computer come from? Where's this AI come from? Like, I need something to substantiate what you're saying. I mean, it sounded good. He said, yeah, we got this AI. They're using these words, and we know AI exists. We know quantum computing exists. And they're saying, oh, we're doing these trading, and he said, we can give you 50 after a month, it's 50%. So we're putting this out here to say, like, at this point, it's called really doing your due diligence. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of videos out here, like we're showing, Ponzi Patrol and others, who are trying to just raise the alarm that, hey, what we're seeing, from what we've heard, this is a Ponzi scheme, and buyers beware. And you'll see in the video where governments like Canada are saying the same thing, unregistered securities and things of this nature. And so we've seen the transition, okay, and we've taken losses, okay, and we're like, hold on. Well, if there comes time when you say, well, I would have loved for somebody had to tell me, or at least I didn't know none of this stuff. If I would have just heard a little bit of this, I would have put the brakes on it. And this is why anybody who's in GS Partners, they won't like this video, because it stops them from being able to recruit. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody's curious about GS Partners, and then they go see videos like ours or anybody else, Ponzi Patrol, that can pause them from putting in their life savings into their, which can pause their commissions. Okay, and that's why people don't like this information, as opposed to being critical and having some critical analytical thinking skills and step back and say, hold on, what am I really doing here? Am I really helping people, or am I really just trying to make money off of people? And then what happens if this does go south? And my name and my reputation is on there, right? So go ahead, Doc, and then I'll finish the video.
Yeah. So and I agree that's what we need to send that. And you're right, Ricardo. Here's the thing: what people do oftentimes is they know that people have heard these buzzwords, right? And then they're not educated, and they might be a little intimidated by this. And so the way a Ponzi works is, there are people who get money. I'm not going to say make it, and I'm not going to say steal. I'm going to say get money. They get money by.
Definitely.
Go ahead. No, we all have.
I agree with you. I don't want to speak in absolutes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, I don't want to
get money.
Yeah, from what we're saying, I was opinion.
But you can call it what you want. It's up to the individual. Call it what they want to call it. I just want to make sure that I'm clear about words I'm using. Mm-hmm. So where people are getting money, and then there are other people who don't get money. So people don't get money. It's like at some point it has to stop. That's when what has happened in the past in other companies that had crypto platforms like this. These crypto platforms, they start off where first there's problems getting the money, right? Then they supposedly fix that. Then they push it back. And then the narrative comes out. We have to take these measures because the market has been volatile. The market's always volatile, guys. The market is volatile. So we had to put these measures in place to protect the house, protect the company. All we're trying to suggest here, guys, is that other companies that went down this exact same path, this exact same thing, ended up collapsing as a result of them being Ponzi's. Now, again, This is some information. We're just talking about facts and our experience, and you make your own determination of what that means. That's all I had, sir.
Yeah. All right. Let me play some of this video, and then we're gonna move on here.
Blockchain bond right now, because that can only be explained by the team that has developed our smart contract. And there are dynamics, numbers that you need to understand in the blockchain bond. So we would like to get our blockchain bond team to explain that to you. Those are your three options.
So if you can't tell, what they're trying to do is get people to put more money into the system. That's what they need. They need a cash injection. They need more investors. They need more money out of their current investors. And then what they'll do is they'll slowly try to pay some of these people back.
Now, I'm just going to pause real second on this because I know we want to get through this. When I talked to Michael Dacko, I remember hearing him say to the effect that OneCoin wasn't a scam. They just ran out of people. OneCoin is known as a crypto Ponzi scam. Okay, that's a fact. OneCoin was a scam. To Dacko, he said it wasn't a scam. They just ran out of money. They ran out of people. But he doesn't understand how a Ponzi scheme or scam works, right?
Well, they said Michael Dacko doesn't understand how it works.
No, you're right about that. No,
I'm just asking that's what you said. I'm not.
No, you're right about that. You're right about that. But OneCoin, folks, if y'all don't know OneCoin, okay, do your due diligence. Type on OneCoin crypto Ponzi, and you'll see it was similar to this. Whereas they would all this hype and there was nothing behind it, and
I have a question, Ricardo. If you make your money from trading, why do you need new people?
Hey, if you don't, you shouldn't. Your money comes from trading.
Wait. I thought. Oh, okay. So what was he talking about when he told me I need to go out here and recruit some people?
Yeah, he told you need to recruit.
And he told me, he said, Doc, you need to, this after a few years, of course, because of course I stopped when they didn't do anything they were supposed to do. I stopped recruiting. And he was, was burning them up. It was driving him crazy because he just knew he had a winner. Back to you, sir.
Yep. Press play.
With their own money that they're going to continue to invest. So whatever you do, do not put more money into GS Partners. I know that I'm going to get a ton of hate comments for this video, but I still feel like I need to warn people about this so that they don't put more money into this obvious Ponzi scheme. There's a saying that goes, it's easy to fool someone, but impossible to convince someone that they've been fooled. I think only a fool would put more money into GS Partners at this point. Why? Well, because they're not even honoring what they said that they were going to do. They said that they were going to give you 4.15% per week, and they're not doing that. They're cutting your withdrawals in half. They're not even paying people back after the contracts end, at least according to comments that I'm getting. So don't do it. If you enjoyed this video or you...
Yeah, so don't do it. Somebody asked earlier.
Shout out Ponzi Patrol. Shout out Pocket Watchers.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for people to not do it when they see people of status, like pastors, people that they respect with bachelor's and master's degrees that's touted in front of them. I notice how they move. They move with religious groups. Some of them, some pastors will bring their whole church involved and get involved in these things, or may have some type of level of influence. I know a particular brother, Eric Teray Muhammad, actually touting around his father's name, and playing with his father's legacy and getting the Nation of Islam involved.
For the folks that don't know who that is, why don't you share with the new people that are going to see this? They don't know who Eric Teray Muhammad's father is.
Yeah, that's not it. From what I understand, that's not his real father. But what we're talking about is that.
Marcus, go ahead and let them know who his father is, sir.
His father was a freedom fighter. I don't even want to say his father name because I don't even want to. I'd rather leave his father in honor for those that don't know. But for those that do know, then you understand what type of person, what type of people we dealing with. You get what I'm saying? It's just a sad situation, man. People just got to see beyond the smooth words and the shiny suits. You get what I'm saying? And we really got to learn how to count. I was awakened to the fraud toward the end of Karatbars when I was hitting rank and my money wasn't adding up. I can count. I think I can count, And I was trying to get answers, and I wasn't getting the answers. And when I decided to publicly tell my team, hey, I'm going to do other things because, you know, I'm not a fan of poverty. My money not moving. I'm not getting the answers. This don't seem right. I was banned from meetings, shut down from information. My group was as well, and they just couldn't understand what was going on. And that's when I realized that this decentralized system that they're talking about is not so decentralized. What they're saying is they're not honoring their word. When you ask too many questions, they're shunning you. They're shutting you down. When your belief system is swayed or you're not following their every word, they cut you off, and they will steal your downline and steal your family and relatives. HD, yeah, he said he was a part of my team. So you get what I'm saying.
Let me, and you know what, to piggyback on what MSB is saying, this goes back to who the transparency, the business practices, the integrity, character of what's going on. You know, we're doing this because we love our industry. We love this industry of network marketing and affiliate marketing. We love decentralization. We love crypto. We love precious metals. We love assets. We love doing the work, and we love helping people that have who don't have access to hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to invest in a business. And there are people who really go out here, and they're hard workers, people who really pour into people and train them and show them how they can build this business traditionally, and do it in a way that they can be a blessing to themselves, their communities, and their fellow man. It's really a shame to see people bastardize this industry and what we have, and for people to do things like to go to when people are asking honest questions about why they can't get into their money, why is this happening, then they get removed from groups, like MSB was saying. You're not allowed because they get labeled as being a hater or somebody who's negative. You're not negative if you're asking, hey, I was told that I didn't have to recruit people. Why is it now that since I haven't been recruiting people, I can't get access to my money, and you're moving people out of my organization into other organizations? When there's that goes against everything, any kind of compliance with any kind of network marketing, affiliate marketing program that's legitimate, that's out there. That's what we're doing, guys. We're shining the light on what's happening in GS Partners because we're the only ones that can or that are willing to do it, that are in the inside, that we can talk about what our experiences were. And so hopefully, and we've been saying it to our teams for the longest, and there's some people who've heard it who are still allowing themselves to be taken advantage of, and they're not moving. But for those of you that have not gotten into it, consider all the things that we're sharing tonight so that you can make an informed decision on your own about whether or not this is, in fact, a reputable company or organization, and whether or not they're following down the same path as all these other companies that did the same exact thing and ended up collapsing. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I mean, because right now people probably still getting paid commissions. They're still paying out a little something here. What we're saying is that these are signs that we've seen in other companies that foretell of the rug pull or people losing big time. Or they're going to take what little value you have left and they're going to convince you to roll it over into something new. Blockchain bonds, new certificates, 18%. It's better. We have a problem with the 4.15, but don't worry about that. We're going to give you 18.5 now.
Can we do this? Can we look at this compound calculator? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So it's the bait and switch, okay? And then also, once again, please show me the evidence. Show me that you were liquidated,
and that you're trading.
Show me that you were trading. Who are these people that can guarantee this? Oh, well, we can't give that up. Well, if you can't give that up, then that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? That's a problem, and people are buying into it, so they keep drinking the Kool-Aid. And once again, and like Doc said, we talking, because a lot of pocket watchers and them, they're not inside. They don't know all the history. They don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we probably gonna forget that we like, man, we ain't talk about this. We ain't talk because it's so much. It's so much, folks. It really is. But once again, let me show you this. This is my GS trade account. I'm owed $60,000 because I own 360,000 of those shares. This was from when they switched from Carrot Bars to go to GS Partners, and you had an option to be able to convert your coins into the IPO shares. Okay, GS IPO, whatever you want to call them, GS IPO, right? Because it was supposed to be when we go public. This is what they said. When we go public, it's going to be worth X amount of dollars, or you know, it's going to be worth more than what we put into it right now. They were valued at like 14 cents at the time. Never got a prospectus on it. I don't have a clue what's going on with them. But guess what they tell me? They said, well, you can take your IPOs and put them into one of our certificates, but you got to put some more money into the system for you to be able to do it. I will not put $1 into this system. Let me cash out what I'm supposed to get. And apparently, let me show you this, because apparently they went public, right? Apparently they went on a stock exchange. And so I'm looking it up because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm looking at this stuff because I got a vested interest. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my money, right? So then I find this out. So now they're on the London Stock Exchange, supposedly, right? This is what we're looking at here. And then you go to the company page. This is GS Chain PLC. And it shows a trade. I don't know, it's $4 or 4-year-olds, whatever it is. It's a London Stock Exchange, okay? And you see this trade, and it's got all this data. And I'm like, well, how do I know this is them? How do I know that this is the right company, GS Chain PLC, on a London Stock Exchange, changing at $4? Because I got shares. Why can't I sell my stuff? Right? How can I get my money out? So then I clicked on our story. And lo and behold, look who I see at the bottom of my story.
Wow.
I see brother, the CEO, Alan Austin. And I said, hold on, I know that brother. That brother is Michael Dalco's best friend that we was in bars with. So here's another connection from Carrot Bars to GS Partners and GS Chain and Gold Standard Bank and whatever. And they got so many companies. And folks, I'm telling you, go watch this movie on Netflix called Laundromat. Okay,
Laundromat.
Shell companies, man. So now I'm like, okay, well, hold on. I have shares. Nobody's giving me no prospectus. I have these GSB IPOs for when they go public. Nobody's giving me any information. They're trying to get me to convert it into a metaverse certificate. I don't want to do that because I got to put more money into it. So now we have the CEO, Alan Austin, who's Michael Dalco's best friend. Okay, is the CEO of GS Chain. So you see him right here. It's in this video.
You know, this takes me back down memory lane. Every time we would hop on the Zoom and they would share some major information, and Alan Austin was there or at a meeting, they asked us not to mention him, not to take any pictures because of his day job and you know the ramifications of him being involved and all this old kind of stuff. It's just amazing to see.
Yeah, it's all a way to fool the people and make them think you're giving them something of value.
And I have again, I just want to remind that I too have GSB IPOs. And when I asked my direct sponsor, Upline, Michael Dalco, what I needed to do was what's going on with these vouchers, because, you know, I understand we went public and what's going on. His response to me was, yeah, you know, you got to talk to the chairman about that. I had to talk to the chairman, Joseph. How in the world can any of us talk to the chairman about it? We haven't gotten a prospectus or anything. We're just sitting on these IPO shares, these IPOs and vouchers. And so, you know, there's money that I'm owed as well. And by the way, guys, we're doing full well that they're going to try to close our accounts. So I also want to make sure that they understand. I want to make sure I'm glad you're doing this. It's validated.
That just substantiates everything. It just validates everything.
Substantiates everything. But I'm letting the audience know. I'm letting the audience know that we don't care. We're putting it out there. I have receipts. So it don't matter. I have the receipts of the fact that I, in fact, have GSB IPOs. So there's no need in trying to shut down my exchange, whoever might try to do it. And my counsel is also fully aware that I have an exchange, that I have IPOs on this exchange. So just want to put that out there. So don't even waste your time trying anything slick. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Let me say this, because
that happens to other people. That's happened to other people, by the way.
Yeah, and let me say this: if I really believe they had what they had, and they're doing what they say they're doing, oh, we're partnering with this company, oh, we're all this and that. Understand something. I have 360,000 shares, okay? And based on what I just showed you from the London Stock Exchange, now I'm sure they have an official narrative. They have an excuse for everything, okay? So they're never going to, don't expect them, well, they said this on the video, and you're going to go try to get an answer from them, and you really think that their motive is going to be a genuine and try to really give you the truth. No, they'll find some clever way to make it make sense and to where it puts you back in a calm state of mind. Okay, but based on what I have, 360,000 shares, and when I go here and I see company page GS Chain, I see they boy on there and it's at €4. Well, that's over $1.4 million. If that's the case, if you take 360,000 and you times it by 4, apparently I'm sitting on $1.4 million. Am I? I don't know what's going on.
If it's one for one.
If it's one for one,
we don't
see,
know. There's no perspectives.
We don't know what's going on, and this is something that we were told years ago. So once again, it's promises that don't fulfill themselves. We have this building. Oh no, we don't have this building. We have this trading partner. Oh no, we don't have this trading partner. With the certificates, we're going to do this. Oh, but they can't do that. But we got to do this changes. But we got something better for you, and it continues. And it just continues. And the main people keep promoting it because they're making so much commissions and they got so much people in that they have to. They in too deep. They got too many people drinking the Kool-Aid for them to all of a sudden say, you know what, I can't do this no more. Or you know, no, they making too much money. So I wouldn't be surprised if we seen the top leadership all of a sudden move to Dubai. I think all of them gonna move to Dubai.
Now that's what I was going down a couple of bullet points here as to what makes something likely a scam. Okay. Now, again, I want to make sure that everybody understands my words. What makes something likely a scam, right? Number one, if their credibility, if they say they have affiliations with organizations that they don't have affiliations with. Number two, if they have impossible ROIs or rewards. That's the new buzzword now. We're talking about rewards. Do you want to play that video real quick here?
I can play it. Yeah, we can play this.
You want to play? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, this is not something I made up. So this is Alan Austin, who's one of Michael Dacco's best friends. He was part of Carabar, allegedly, or friends. We know him from Mike Dacco. Okay, and now we find out that he's the CEO of this GS Chain, which is affiliated with the Gold Standard and all that. With all these shell company names they coming out with, they come out with so much stuff. Let's go.
Welcome back to Proactive. I'm joined on the line now by Alan Austin from GS Chain. Alan, it's very good to see you. You've just published your full year results just a few moments ago. I wonder if you could give us the highlights.
Sure, Thomas. Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for having me again. Yeah, we've been really busy these past few months since our official listing on the main market back in May. We've been working through, a project plan of sorts, kind of executing against, key items that are necessary, we believe, for our short-term and long-term success. Fortunately, the board has been here the past week here in London to accomplish a few of those items. The first of which, as you mentioned, was the approval and signing off of our year-end financials in preparation for our annual general meeting. So subsequent to the announcement, we expect to announce also the annual general meeting. And the last time in our last session, I think I talked a little bit about our desire to focus on a variety of different industries. Here of late, we've placed a particular emphasis in the fintech space. Fintech neobanking space.
Fintech is obviously a massive growth industry. What is it that makes it particularly attractive to GS Chain?
Yeah, great question. Our analysis has revealed that each year, tech companies in particular are digging deeper into the financial services sector as they seek to kind of create value for the underbanked and unbanked populations in developing countries. We know that pure fintech players are now sharing the market with traditional banks as they provide new digital-friendly banking services like integrated banking, digital payments, microfinancing, and the like. We know that the neobanking market size was about 45 billion in 2021. We expect that growth to be exponential over the next few years.
Yeah. It's just
want to show that there's that apparently we're on the London Stock Exchange and we're doing. Apparently we're doing well.
He said it.
What year was that? What year was that?
Listing. Yeah, no, you're right. He said listing. Right. What is this? So they have an official narrative for this, but this is the thing. I haven't been told that. I haven't been shared that. No prospectus, no nothing. And like
Yeah,
I
neither.
showed, obviously I have shares. What's
No
going on
one,
with that?
no one has
No
shared
one
that.
knows. They don't
No
talk
one
about
has gotten a prospectus, anything. But anyway, can I?
Go
I
ahead.
want to go down another list here. ROI. Can we pull up that calculator real quick? The one that they use in their presentations.
Well, I don't know if this is the one they use, but I do have an
Well, this is the
ROI.
one. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I know it's the one they use. I've seen
Oh,
it.
okay.
That's why I wanted to use this one.
Okay, go ahead. So tell me what
So
we're
what
looking
this
at.
is, guys, is this is a daily compound interest calculator. So what they do in what they've done in their presentation is they talk about how the banks are taking your money, which is true. They go on and on about how the banks are dealing with, they're getting a certain amount of interest that you're not getting, and how is fractional reserve banking. All that's true. I'm a former banker, as was Michael Dalco, mortgage broker. So what we can do here is they use this calculator and they show you how you can get compound interest. We're going to just do 4.1% because I just want everybody to see just how amazing this was at 4.1%, because now they're doing 18%. They're the number one company in the world. I just want to let y'all know. Forget Elon Musk. Forget all these folks, man. This is it right here. You need to be a part of a company doing this kind of returns. So let's say you start off. Let's say M.I.M.S. Well, he would never do it. Let's say somebody starts off with $1,000. Let's do 1,000. Let's do 1,000, brother. $1,000. We're gonna make it easy. Now, by the way, never mind the fact that you can load your certificate. You got to get your certificate at $1,000. Then you had to load it. You had to load it with another 1,000. But we're not going to talk about that. So you put $1,000 in, and the interest rate was what, 4.1% a week? I think that's what it was. Let's be generous. Let's just say 4%. Let's just do 4%. I mean, because we don't even think we're hating, okay? And that's weekly. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's do 1 year. Let's do 1 year, Brother Ricardo, just real quick. Now let's go ahead and hit calculate, because this is what they show everybody. And of course you keep it in because you got to do compound, everybody.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, they don't want you to pull your money out, and the whole concept is, you got to compound it, so you keep your money up in the system.
On top of that, there was one leader who just recently put out a video, who's since then taken it down, who said that the reason why GS Partners wasn't able to pay people because they didn't have enough money coming in, needed more people. They were too busy. People were taking money out instead of letting it compound.
Yeah.
But the whole purpose was, if you're trying to get a passive, which is what they talk about, a passive residual income on a weekly basis of 4.1%, you don't have to leave it in there to compound if you don't want to. You might just want to take your 4.1%. Am I right?
Yeah.
Or maybe I could be.
Should be
I
able
don't
to
know.
get your money out.
You should be. Let's go ahead. Let's calculate. Let's see how much that is in 1 year. $1,000. Whoa. Look at that profit, guys. 704.8%. That's that's huge. I have to admit, that was very attractive. That's why a lot of folks did.
What was that? What was that list you said? How to identify a Ponzi scheme? What do you say? Unusually high returns or something like that.
I said impossible returns.
Impossible.
But I'm not only. But that's not necessary. That can be said. Okay. That's not impossible.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's go back up. Let's do it for 10 years. Let's do it for 10 years, because when people put together their retirement portfolios, they usually try to do it for 10 years. So let's change from 1 year to 10 years. Now, this is one person, okay? I want everybody to really see how this works. If you have 4% in 10 years, how much money is that, brother? That's $600
billion. You're a Billy. You got a Billy.
100,000 million, but that's a trillion.
That's a Billy. 1, 10, 100,000, 9,000 million, 10 million,
100,000 million, billion, trillion.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So GS Partners creating trillionaires now?
Bro, trillionaire portfolio. 4.1%. But wait. I'm sorry. You said it's better now, right? You said it's better now, right?
18.
Let's put 18. They're
gonna say that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Let's put in 18. I just want to talk about this for a second.
Okay, 18% at 1 year.
Yeah, do 0.5, man. You trying to be mean. You trying to be mean. Yeah. Do 18%, man.
Where the 0.5 come from?
Why do that, man?
Why they throw the 0.5 in there?
Don't do that to them. 10 years. Man, I don't even know. Is it going to let us? How much?
Wow.
They eating.
They eating.
They eating. You know what? I don't care what Pocket Watch is talking about. I don't care what Ponzi Patrol talking about. I'm about to give me some of these certificates. You go get some of this GS partner certificates. What is that? Okay, hundreds,
I'm
thousands.
sure they have some kind of way they explain it where it's not like that. It's locked up for only 30. I wouldn't want to lock up my money for a year, let alone 36 months.
Trillion. What's after trillion?
Quadrillion. There's no point, brother.
Dude, brother, they don't even have that much money on the planet, on Earth right now. Yeah. They don't even have that much money on Earth. So, and that's just one person. So whoever you are out there, make sure that you get in there, you stay.
It only runs for a year. So that's why. No, that's why I say we got to get it straight, because then they're gonna say, well, see, they misrepresented how the certificates work.
Hold on, man. So Tim Bryan says 4.1%.
It's only for a year that we're able to provide everybody, not just one person, everybody.
So all the investment brokerage houses out here, they can't bring 4.15%.
No, it's 78 weeks, not 50.
It's only 78 weeks. Okay, let's do 78 weeks. Let's see how much that is.
That's my man Marco.
Now they also mentioned something about money being tied up now or something. What about and then by the way,
Marco said it was a margin call, so that's why they know good. You know, I want to see that. Can we see that history on there? But go ahead, brother. Yeah. Let me see. Get Jamie Foxx to play the role of Michael Dalco.
They got jokes.
Yeah.
They got big jokes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I had. You know, there's a lot of stuff we left out, folks. I mean, we ain't. And we talked about, because we already been over an hour and 30 minutes, and we've talked about this. We might have to do a part 2. Doc was like, look, we might have to do a part 3. Because this is not the first time even me or MSB has went live about this. GS Partners, Michael Doc, this is not the first time. And literally, I might as well pull up G999, because they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. But it's a shitcoin, the whole blockchain, and they just hype you up. They tell you this and that, and you don't know. No, they don't really know. People don't know. But it sounds good. It sounds good. But look at this. All time, since the inception of this coin, right? G999 came out. Everybody was buying full nodes, master nodes, community nodes. They had like 5 different nodes to come out with, one after another. Okay. And it's nothing. Nothing. They were pumping and dumping this coin. All right, here it is.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Right. They came out at 2 cents. Right. And never got back there again. Now, all these little pumps, these people got excited about some new hype that they had at the end of the year. There's always something new to get you pumped up, to put more money into the system. Oh, well, what we told you about that thing, yeah, that lost value, but it's still working. Don't worry about it. It's going to return to value later on. But you want to take advantage of this new thing that we got, because this right here, this the new hotness. We're going to make a lot of money on this. And the people who are making the most money are the ones who are recruiting. Okay?
Don't ever ask a question to them if you don't see things operating the way they're supposed to operate.
Mike Dalco said this is a stable coin. That's what he told me. He said it's a stable coin. They're not on exchange. Listen, if they've been around for so long, this is so good. Why aren't they on major exchanges? Why aren't they on any other major exchange? These are not. Listen, there's no no trading value really over here. What do we got? I mean, when it's folks, this right here, stay far away from it. You need to get what you can out, okay, and chop it up as a loss, because you just getting sold down the river. You keep drinking that Kool-Aid.
And this is not financial advice.
Yeah, no,
we're not financial advisors. We're not doing anything.
I agree.
Talking about our own experiences. Now, let me say this real quick. Back when this was going on, when G999 was out, and again, we had a big event in Las Vegas, and it was July 4th, Independence Day, and the coin pumped to, I can't remember how high it was, but again, we had a great party. We had a great party. I don't remember. They're gonna try to say, well, that was Karatbars. Well, let's remember who the president was at the time. Okay, the president wasn't Harold Seitz. The president was the guy that's the chairman right now of GS Partners. Had a great party, good time. Got up to, I think it was it 15? I can't remember what it was. It's really, really high. And then when we came back, we looked at the chart for a whole year. It was literally like this. The coin was literally like this. Now, that meant that the whales were buying it up, right? And then they were selling. That's what that means. The biggest holders of G999 were pumping and dumping. My question to you and anybody else out there was, who were the whales? Who were the whales of G999? Because it wasn't the darling of the crypto world. Who were the whales? We know people that had, okay. I don't know if people are keeping up. Are people keeping up? My
Crypto
question,
Steve, Delco, all the pastors, and don't make me name no names because Jesus is gonna be on my side this time.
Ran up a bag. And
they knew what it was the whole time. Hold on. We was in the audience watching Gwen Stefani while we had liquor in our cups and sipping on our drink. It's 4th of July. It was my birthday. Yeah. I remember because my coin was up to like 60,000 in my wallet, and they advised us to hold, because it's gonna go higher. While they was cashing out, they some thieves, man. They some rogues, man.
People were pumping and dumping. And I showed this to some other leaders and said, wait a minute, what's going on here? The only people that could be dumping are the whales. And who are the whales? I have millions of coins myself, millions. All I can say is this, shame on you leaders that know better. Shame on you leaders that been out here playing the people all this time, playing with them about G999. I couldn't wait for my master node to come to expire. I sold it immediately, sold it at a loss. Now, again, I did very well with Karatbars. So I can't complain, but I lost people. I lost as well. Just like I have over 32 ounces of gold still with Karatbars, thousands of dollars over there. But the point but reality is, so I want everybody to know, any people that were victims of anything that happened or collapsed with that particular company, understand something. The same people that put that thing under, the same people. Oh, how can I say this?
No, go ahead.
How can I say it? I tell you what, ask yourself, who are the people that put that company under and then tried to blame it on the dude who said that he was going to run that company till they put dirt on his face. He went to get the guy who went from being the darling of the company and other people to being the villain, when he, in fact, all I can say is this. I'm gonna share another scenario, okay?
Yeah, my man said,
this is I know.
Andre Little say that.
He said, say that. Spit it out already. Okay. Look. Hey, let me say this real quick. There's something that happened. We had KBC coins, right? KBC, we're going to be delisting it and moving it over to G999, 3-to-1. Think about this. We have KBC coin. We're moving it from KBC, we're delisting it. So we had to transfer all over to G999. So 3 KBC for 1 G999. Y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
We were told that we were delisting KBC, so we had to get rid of it. So we did that. We delisted. Some people cashed out, but the majority of us moved all our coins over 3-to-1 from KBC to G999. Did they ever delist KBC? What's KBC trading at right now, Ricardo? Can you pull it up real quick on CoinMarketCap?
Yeah, let me go to CoinMarketCap here. Let's go.
The G999 is at 003. 0.003.
And yep, there we go. Yep.
KBC. So KBC is biting right now. But the thing here is there were times they still haven't. This is 3 years later. They still have not delisted KBC. My question to you is, who got all the KBC?
And look, they worked so hard to get the warning off of that G999. They did not want to be affiliated with Karatbars, but clearly you can see the affiliation, the transition is all there.
And on top of that, I want to make sure that people understand something. If I ask the question, who did we transfer the KBC to? Who owned G999? Answer that for me, Ricardo.
Joseph Haidt.
So who is in control of all the KBC? Well, who was in control? He was selling on the market. Who was it? Joseph Haidt.
Right, yeah.
Right? So really, everybody thought they were getting rid of their KBC to get G999, which was supposed to be delisted, but it was never delisted. In fact, there were times when KBC, because the market goes up and down, there are times when KBC was actually higher than G999.
Yeah, it was. I remember seeing that.
So
yeah.
So it's I'm just talking about the facts. People got to be able to connect the dots and put 2 and 2 together. But the question was, we asked the question:
yeah, we let y'all decide now. We have our feelings about it and our opinions about it. We can't say 100% for sure, but we definitely can say what our experiences is and what I've already showed you. And the thing is that we have been a part of other companies or seen other companies that have took the same playbook and they have went down and people got hurt. And there are people who are new and they wish that some people put out information and warn them. Consumer warning alert, just like the Canadian government said, hey, consumer warning alert, they're not registered. They, don't give them your money. So we have more and more people saying that. And so now this is the whole idea. So now they're telling you that we got, smart contracts coming and our blockchains, all this, and we got all these partners and coming and all this and that. Who would want to be affiliated with the company with such a bad name in the market already? You can't swipe that stuff clean. And then you'll see, the publications. Do you know any positive publication out there is a bought and paid for publication, right? Is bought and paid for. So you can't verify any of this stuff. You can't. It's all hype. It's smoke. It's smoke and mirror. But there's a track record. We're looking at the track record. You see what I'm saying? And where it is going. There's a lot of people who are under the belief that this is a crypto Ponzi scheme, and we're trying to let people know, hey, get your money out. Don't bring people into this. More people are going to get hurt. We are invested in this. We are also invested in this company, and we're warning the people of what we have seen and experienced, and even myself. I don't think anybody else has more vouchers than me, and I don't know what the deal is with this GS chain. And Alan Austin, nobody's explained that to me. I can't find that information anywhere, but I do see $4. I do know that's over 1.4. I haven't heard about that. As far as I know, the way that they run that company over there, I probably won't be able to log into the account by tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Or to be moved, because that's how they operate.
That'd be at this point. I mean, now that you have it memorialized, that wouldn't be a wise thing to do. You probably okay. I probably open my account so I can protect my vouchers. Well, who knows what's going to happen with those vouchers anyway. But at the end of the day, we could. I mean, people got to understand when people say, "Well, there's no fraud warning from the U.S." The way the SEC works, if there's a fraud warning from Canada. Understand something. People think, well, they ain't got nothing to do with the U.S. All these things, they all kind of work hand in hand. They work together. Now, I'm not saying that there's going to be a fraud warning from the U.S. because I don't know. I'm not a certified licensed financial planner. I don't know what's going to happen. What I do know is that it looks really similar to some other programs that have been out there. And it was important that we got on here because people try to say that the other people that are exposing it don't know because they're outsiders looking in. We are insiders. Let's be clear. You're looking at 3 people here who are insiders. And we could show it. Experience beats theory. We do not have to lie. Yes, sir. Andre Little. Yeah, so I think
ain't no way to cash it. Ain't no way that somebody said cash him in. There ain't no way to cash him in, bro. I call Michael Dalco personally. I've been telling people, everybody I know, when I found out that people could take those vouchers and put them in a metaverse certificate, I said, who gonna buy these vouchers from me, please? So I don't have to talk about this anymore. So I don't have to be involved with this. So I got $60,000 in vouchers. Nobody want to buy my vouchers. Mike Dalco don't want to buy them. Nobody want the vouchers. I can't cash them in. I don't know what to do with them. Nobody's told me anything. Nobody give me any IPO perspective. So that's not true. And if I got 360,000 vouchers and I see $4, I see the London Stock Exchange on there, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Right? No information.
And so when the last time you asked Mike Dow, who's on the board, who's on the what's that little board they got? The standard committee, the board. People always shout them out, doing such a great job. If you have not watched the Pocket Watching with JT video, please. Oh, we watched it. We have definitely watched it. Can we respect Ramona J. Muhammad? If you have not watched the Pocket Watching with JT video, please watch it. He said they are operating. I was reading it.
Oh, my fault.
Oh, Rodney Roach.
Rodney Roach.
Shout out to the guy, Rodney Roach.
Shout out to Rodney Roach, my business partner. We did some beautiful things together. And I'm so glad he's on here tonight, brother. If you have anything else to say, please share. With JT video, please watch it. He said they are operating illegal. This is what JT said. They're operating illegally in the U.S. And once the FTC fully investigates, it's over. One more thing about how you know something is a Ponzi. When the leadership moves to Dubai.
It's a good indication. Let's say that. It's a good indication. It's a criteria. It's certain things that got to be met. And that is, and I would say that, and a lot of times that's one, but it's a track record. You can look at other companies.
And it's likely, by the way, remember, likely. And it's likely, and this is sin. What happened to the KCB stock options?
I think you're talking about the vouchers. That was the vouchers, wasn't it? That's what I think.
I think the IPO vouchers. Is that what it was? Is that what you're talking about?
I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, I think that's what turned into that.
Yeah, we just got finished talking about that. The KCB stock options.
And man, I remember, the whole thing with Team Freedom and Team Union. And I was in the Team Freedom over there. And they talked so bad about these brothers. Man, Kevin Thompson was hating on these brothers so bad, talking.
We ain't talking enough about Kevin.
That's a whole nother. That's like internal politics.
I want to bring it up. Since you brought it up, I want to bring it up. So here in our area, we had Eagle Team, and then my team was the Union with Rodney Roach, and then we had Team Freedom, which was Kevin 2X Thompson, and Michael Dalco wanted us all to come together and do something strong up here. And the whole time while we were trying to sit up here and put something together, go ahead, Rodney Roach. The whole time we was trying to put it together, what were they saying to you and Team Freedom, Ricardo Hamilton, about our team, about Eagle Team and the Union?
Yeah, no, it was all nasty. It was all hate. He had meetings. He had us get in a meeting just to talk about y'all brothers. We don't mess with them, don't associate with them, all this and that. And I'm like, we just out here helping people get gold. These are people who look like us, who helping other people. It's a lot of people out here. Why we, so it was nasty, brother. The politics and the way he played that. Yeah.
One no white people involved in this. This was some black on black crime at the time, right? Some black on black hate, right?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, Ricardo Hamilton got a platform with our organization. He got opportunity to speak on several occasions. Am I right, sir?
Yeah. People value me because of the way I was able to articulate what was going on in the global economy with the dollar and how the Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel. The dollar is not an asset, and why you want to have gold. And a lot of people scared.
Go ahead. But the whole point I was trying to make here is there was no family here. Kevin 2X Thompson told his brother not to associate, but yet we was reaching out and made sure that this brother had a platform. He was, Ricardo, we all know Ricardo Hamilton is a strong, powerful brother. He's a man of integrity. He comes where he wants to come. But my point I'm trying to make here is that, this whole family thing, I ain't gonna go down there. Rest in peace, Todd Best. Rest in peace, Todd Best. But I just wanted to simply say that I just wanted to point that out, man. I didn't want Kevin 2X to get by without having to have his name. I know he wants to be famous, so let's make sure he's famous. Let's make sure he's famous.
Once again, shout out to Tammy Morrison as well.
Tammy Morrison, much love, Tammy Morrison.
She tried to warn everybody. She tried to warn people.
Tammy Morrison, because she with Tammy Morrison, man. Folks don't know she took a lot of heat at one time because people thought she was a part of that. Me being a GDE3, people thought because I was a GDE3, I was a part of the foolishness as well. But there are a lot of people that did not get involved in the stuff because we were not getting involved. And I think we're gonna go ahead and give Tammy Morrison her flowers now because she didn't get enough.
Yeah, they tried to, from what I understand, bring her into the whole switch, pay her off, and everything. But it's the whole thing, folks. There's a lot of. This is why we did this last year, because for one thing, we saw the transition. So we see what was going on, and when we see other people on the outside putting out YouTube videos and stuff, bring out the one, it's like, okay, hold on, we gotta say something. You know what I'm saying? Because we actually care about the people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because trust me and Marcus get on the phone all the time. He was like, man, if we wanted to, we can go over to GS Partners and run up a bag. Okay, we got integrity. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't going over there with them with that.
No, it's true. It's true. Listen, guys. There are people. There are world-class networkers, leaders, who in the last 2 months have been in my DM. Doc, come on, we going. You were with GS Partners. Are you going? I said, bro, there's a reason I left. Well, why would you? And I'm not going to put these guys' names out there, and ladies too, but they're over there now. They might be secret agents, but I'm going to say to y'all, I'm going to hold y'all feet to the fire. Y'all need to be held accountable. I can't believe y'all doing this. Y'all know what it is. And just me to you, I'm letting you all know that, you should be ashamed of yourselves because, listen, anyway, golly. We trying to just let people know what it is because we can do it. Maybe we might have to have a part 2, man, when we bring up some of these other people. Hey, listen, if you one of the other leaders that showed up on here, if you want to come on and talk, I'm sure we'll talk about it. But people are definitely still getting hurt.
Yeah, and really, it should be an open invite for these so-called leaders that's leading the whole congregation. I really have a problem with the people that's a pillar in their community, a so-called leader in their community, and have a large following because they have some type of status with a fraternity or a sorority or some type of status in the church. You get what I'm saying? That's how a lot of their growth has been taking place, low key.
Yeah. Real talk. I think. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, in closing, because we're running up on 2 hours here, and I agree that we do need to probably do another part 2. And this brother brought up a point that we like to address here, brother Marco, who I believe just loves the Kool-Aid over there. But he said when it turns out to not be a scam, will you come on and correct the record?
Absolutely.
I will absolutely. Let me get my 1.4 million, okay, or whatever it is, how the conversion is, explain my GSB. Even if I don't, just give me my 60,000 on my GSB IPO vouchers, and y'all verify everything that y'all say that you've been doing. I mean, show the contracts, show the trades. I mean, total transparency. At this point, you would have to, in my opinion. But without a doubt, I will take back and retract everything I said without a doubt. Okay.
Me too.
This is not something that I'm just trying to do maliciously for no reason or something in this fact. No, there is concern out in the world and on YouTube about this company, and it's rightfully so. And we have to add to that because we have a vested interest. We want to also show people what our experience was from our opinion. Once again, we can't say 100% for sure. So we're mentioning people from what we are our experience, but we can't say this and that is for sure and this is guaranteed and this and that. We're just reacting. This is a reaction video to what we're seeing out there in YouTube and all other places about this company. So we're reacting as well with information that we have and based on our opinion and what we experience.
Absolutely. And can I also say one thing real quick? People got to understand there's a lot of reasons why, I've been in conversations with Ricardo and Marcus for the last 3 years about a lot of people didn't know that. But what I'm telling you is this. The reason why some of us pulled back and didn't go out because we really wanted to make sure we wanted it to work. We wanted GS Partners to win. That's what folks don't understand. We wanted it to win. We have loved ones who we got involved with this stuff. We got people who, like I told you, I got widows on my team. I got people who lost their money, and didn't get the money from the insurance company who were trying to come up. I did a whole video on master nodes. I can show it to you guys. But okay. Listen.
That's a mindset. I want to address the mindset.
Real quick. Here's the one quick thing about companies. The only way a successful Ponzi can be a successful Ponzi, if it's a Ponzi, is you got to have some people making money. You got to have some people make. Madoff had ran one of the largest Ponzi schemes in history, and guess what? Those people were making money for a long time, but it was a Ponzi scheme. What do you call it? Just because something is. Go ahead, sir.
I understand that. So some people have this mindset. Well, I'm making money. That's all I care about. And so that's why programs like this continue, because there's some people who are just selfish like this. In my opinion, Mike Dalco is one of them. I remember when things was collapsing in Karatbars, and he told people would call me because they listen to me, they respect me. They like, man, what's going on? And I'm trying to explain to them from the best that I know, and I don't have all the answers. So I would go to Michael Dalco, and he say, man, don't worry about them. They're adults. You don't owe them anything. We don't owe them nothing. Don't worry about. Send them to me. I'll explain it to him because he got a slick tongue. He real slick with it. So he told me to send to him. Yeah. It's fork tongue. So he told me to send them to them because he don't care about the people. He didn't care about the people.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah. He told me,
in our opinion, he told you,
I'm with you. Yeah.
Hey, on top of that, let's talk about something. Let's talk about character here for a second. In June of 2020, when it was apparent that we weren't getting money anymore because of the supply chain, we weren't getting our gold or supply chain, right? What ended up happening was they had a non-disclosure. Remember what was it? NDA? They had an NDA where the committee, I forgot the name of it.
They came back from Germany, right?
They came back from Germany and they had an NDA.
Yeah.
And apparently we was like, okay, we're going to do a 90-day run. I'm talking to all the people that were there back then. A 90-day run in June. Was it June or July? I think it was July. 90-day run because we're going to go out here. We're going to take it to the next level. And what ended up happening was within that 90 days, all of a sudden, the announcement came out that Karatbars was changing its name. That means that they was closing, that Freebay was opening up. Now, check this out, guys. It also got revealed to us that in that meeting back in June or July, they got word that the name that Karatbars was going to be no longer. Mm-hmm. So why is it that Mike Dalco spearheaded a 90-day run to get these gold packages, knowing that within the 90 days, within 30 or 60 days, the company was going to change?
Now, you just said something prior to this too. You also said something about Ty Best. They all were aware of this. I just want to be clear. I have no love, no compassion for a thief at all, dead or alive. I had admiration for these brothers, and I had love for these brothers, and I followed them, and I brought innocent people in. Ty Best was included in this. His legacy should not be one of that they'll turn into a martyr and that they'll celebrate for years to come. It's a hoax. It's a lie. Michael Delco is a snake, as they said.
All right. All right. So, and this, whoa, what was that? What was that?
Used to talk out both sides of his mouth. That's what.
So anyway, so I had a situation. Let me tell you another situation. Canada has for Joseph. Ho. Stop the presses. Joseph put $60,000 of Bitcoin in my account. I gave it back because I knew he was trying to buy me.
This is straight out of Tammy mouth.
This is something, yo.
Straight out of Tammy mouth.
Man, straight out of her mouth. And Tammy, if you want to share, were you the only one that got $60,000 of Bitcoin in your account? If you want to share that with us, please do.
So understand something. We're talking about the transition from Karatbars to Gold Standard Partners and how the leaders brought their teams over and why they did it and what incentives did they get to do that. And Joseph Hyden, they, like I said, they know there's no value in G999, no value in that blockchain. But it's in my opinion, that's what I'm saying, it's a money grab. But Tammy is saying that because she was one of the top people, well known and respected. Joseph Haidt tried to buy her off too, but give her some Bitcoin, and she gave it back because she didn't want to go against Harold. She saw what was going down. She did not want to be a party to the fraud. She didn't want to be a party to it, so she gave it back. She knew that they was trying to buy her.
Y'all, we understand the gravity of what she just shared with us, with everybody. Khalito Muhammad, they knew that it was closing when they was promoting. That's my whole point about the 90-day run. They knew that they were shutting it down. And they didn't tell anybody. They didn't tell us. Listen, here's the thing. For those folks we all did. Y'all catch that? But not everybody gave the money back. Not everybody gave the money back. Tammy Morrison did. Shout out Tammy Morrison again, man.
Yeah, shout out Tammy Morrison.
And that was everybody on the committee, including Michael Dalco. Michael Dalco, I called Michael Dalco one time. I had a person out in California who was trying to get that card, that card that GS Partners was doing. And of course, you couldn't get it out there at the time. And so she was a radio personality. She was trying to get the money, trying to get the card, or trying to get her money back or whatever. And I contacted Mike because he told me, because I was doing I wanted it to work. I wanted it to win. And that's right. Ramon Wilson, he said that when he spoke up, he was trying, they tried to silence him and mute him, So what they did, what ended up happening was I called him, hit me with the, hey, brother, hey, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Then what he did was I told him what the situation was. And I said, he said, man, he started cussing. I never heard that brother cuss like that. Oh, shoot.
There it is.
There it is. So all I'm saying is, and this brother, he went on, he said that, was trying to run him and that he wasn't, I need to do this work and this and the other. But it's like, dude, no one knew that the way he cussed and the way he went in on, he didn't care nothing about the people. The fact that that lost her money, and I just couldn't stop working with him. I stopped participating at all and moved on. But man, look, yo, this stuff is serious, y'all. This stuff, we supposed to be out here trying to help people build wealth and create success. Man.
Yep.
Well,
so this is one of the reasons why we did this live stream, folks, because there's a lot that people don't know. There are new people who are looking at Gold Standard Partners, and they've tried to separate themselves from Karatbars, and literally we're showing the connection. I mean, whether it's from IPO vouchers to leaders in the community, letting you know how this thing got set up, what went down.
It's other people like I ain't trying to make nobody famous, but like Rico Cunningham, and he do this little podcast for the GSP and all of this kind of stuff, and it's just sharp people that know, and they just continue on just because they get the fly under the radar of something else that they know ain't all the way right. It's amazing to me how many people that's just willingly, actively seeking whom they may devour, and most of the people is really looking just like them. In network marketing, we go to our base, our family, our friends, our loved ones, people we associate with. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing to me how people willingly, woefully just throw all their character and morals out the window just for some dead currency, for some currency that's not even going to be valuable in the next 2 years.
That's right. That's right. And MSB had a conversation recently, or sent a little message to our friend. I don't know if you want to share it, brother. And the response was, "I'm just trying to do what?" If you want to share that, I would love to share it if you want to share it. But I'm not talking about the one about you where you went in on him. I'm talking about the one where he responded, you know, like he's Mr. Innocent, that he's just trying to help my
Right. He said I basically told him that he should do a reaction video to pocket watchers. And I said, or you should do an interview with him. I'm just passing the information. He said, I'm not interested in fighting my own people. It's all good. Just trying to help whoever wants to learn about it. I'm out of arguing. I'm out of the arguing game. We all just try to take care of our families. Nothing but love over here. Much love to you too, bro. He liked to use bro a lot.
Yeah, bro. Yo, hit me with the bro. You know, I was his bro, and it's just the same brother. When I got my KYC updated, because you got to get your KYC updated. I get my KYC updated, and all of a sudden, I ain't getting no money anymore. Like, I called the brother, like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Because you know he's my upline, he's my direct sponsor, right? What's going on, man? "Hey man, bro, I don't know, bro. What's going on, man? You need to be recruiting, doc. Man, we got to get you out here recruiting again, man. You a beast." I said, wait. Okay, I understand all that, but I'm trying to understand what's going on with my money, man. You know, "Oh, did you pay this?" He said, "Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe you lost people in your team." I'm like, "Lost people in my team? What you talking about?" "I don't know." So I looked in there, I said, "No, everybody." I said, wait. There is somebody that's not there. Yeah, Lucky Rico know better. Yeah, there's somebody that's not there. And that person was not there. He said, "Well, maybe they left." I said, "How can they leave?" He said, "They can't leave." And they can't. I said, "Well, you know, they can't leave without, you can't just leave somebody's organization. That's not how that works." "Well, if they commission the company, you know, if you haven't been involved." I said, whoa. That's not how that works. People made tons of money off of other people, whether or not what does involvement mean? If you're active, you know, there are other people that are ranking up in your organization, how could they leave? So basically, you know, I'm thinking that he moved her to somebody that he was trying to recruit, one of these other big networkers out here, since he wasn't no longer able to eat off of me for the last 2.5 years, that he just went ahead and moved my line over to somebody else, you know, which is insane to me. That goes against all compliance. Any kind of network marketing, affiliate marketing is out there. No explanation. And it's not like you can't say that a brother wasn't involved, because I was active. So what I'm saying, guys, is that if anyone's in network marketing, you know you can't just have somebody take folks out of your organization just because you want to bring them on, bring somebody else in there. You know, here's the thing. Okay, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Can I make a suggestion real quick? Listen, man, it's great being on here with you two giants. You know, love you, brothers. I think it would be wonderful. Here's the thing. We're putting out an open invitation to any of the people we talked about that want to come out here and I am. I know Ricardo welcomes it. I know MSB welcomes it. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But listen, for all those people who are still believers, we want to let you know something. We have no problem talking to them about this, but they won't do it. I guarantee you they won't do it. Not the three of us. Not the three of us. I mean, how you feel about that, Ricardo?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, like Doc mentioned earlier, there probably will have to be another video to this, and probably another video. I mean, because what we believe, like somebody said, well, if they're not a Ponzi scheme and they legit, then we're wrong and whatever have you, and we'll come out and do a video on that. Time will tell, and probably sooner than most people think. Okay, but either way, there will be another video on this. Whether we have to walk back what we said, okay, because there's proof and legitimacy and who they are and what they've done, or which of course, right? Or we got to follow up on, hey, they finally collapsed. We told people, we warned people, just like other people out in the space, letting people know. So there will be something else. Definitely for sure.
My thing is, I don't listen. If they collapse, I just don't want them to be able to be like, oh man, oh my gosh, oh
right.
wow, what
like
are
we didn't know.
It's coming. It's the war.
It's
the war. The war caused it to happen.
Right, right. Blame it for something else.
The election caused it. COVID.
Oh,
I don't want none of that. I want to hold their feet to the fire.
No, well, remember the reason that the certificates didn't work because too many people wanted their money. So that was a problem. Too many people were cashing out. They wasn't reinvesting. They didn't leave their money in the system.
People were getting their money.
They was getting their money.
People were getting their passive income. They're getting their passive income. What's wrong with the people? Why are you trying to get your passive residual income? How could you do that? That's not what family does. We got to protect the house. People, yeah, that's right. Mark Paz. Shout out Mark Paz. So what's that conversation? We had to come forward, guys, just to share our perspective, our experience, and I'll be honest with you. I will be the first. If they can prove all this stuff wrong, I'll do an apology. I hope that we're wrong about everything we said. Unfortunately, it's not looking good, guys. What's that statement you say to me all the time, Ricardo, when you've been trying to get me?
Some of the time, can't fool all the people all the time.
No, not that one. The one about evil continues. How's it go?
Yeah. I don't remember the exact thing, but people have heard this. Evil persists because good men stand by and say nothing. You know what I mean? It's
evil continues. A good man stand by and say nothing.
Yeah, we sit here and watch it. So we see pocket watchers. We see people in communities getting exploited. A disgruntled. You know what I'm saying? We watching Ponzi Patrol. We're seeing all these people who are saying some credible things that we can relate to and add some value to.
And back it up.
Now, being the good brothers that we are, we like, hold on, we gotta shed some light on this too, because it's either two things are gonna happen. Either we're gonna force them to show that they legitimate, okay, and the truth gonna come out, or we warning people before the collapse, and we helping some people get their money out or not even get involved in it at all. So it's only gonna be one of the other ways, and obviously which way we think it's gonna go.
But I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Hey, if I'm wrong, hey, listen. If I'm wrong, I got I got 60,000 minimum. Okay, 360,000 GSB IPO vouchers. If I'm wrong, this thing gonna be huge, and I'm sitting on 7 figures just from them alone. Okay, so go ahead. I'd love to be wrong if that's the case. Then everybody wins. Listen. I would want people. We got in this space because we wanted to help ourselves and help people. But we didn't want to do it in a fraudulent way. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to do it in a crooked way. That's why I got started with gold. I say Karatbars. I said, look, I feel good that I can share gold with people, especially during times of inflation, especially with the data. We know that the dollar's lost over 98% of its purchasing power. I said, I can do that. That I feel good. And I used to always say this on my live stream. I'm gonna never get a call at 3 a.m. in the morning and somebody told me you told me to buy all this gold and it's worthless. You see what I'm saying? I would never get a call like that because gold will always have value, and Karatbars had pure gold. Okay, I got Karatbars gold in the safe right now. Okay, it's pure and it's real. So that's where a lot of people got started with Karatbars, but there were some people who just didn't care. They just saw opportunity to make commissions, and they went to the next thing to make commissions, and now they're over there with GS Partners.
And unfortunately, if in fact GS Partners, there's some people who just aren't going to heed our warnings. They're going to just ride off into the sunset, ride along and follow these leaders off into other areas and other things, But
yeah. And see, it's a good point. They would have to first prove the past promises before the new ones. It's a lot. It's a lot.
The problem is the new people don't know the past promises, so they keep aggressively recruiting. Yeah. And those that are aware, they tend to forget chasing the currency. They're on this hamster wheel, and they don't know that they're on a hamster wheel, and they can't get off. They tried to get off of the job and get on the networking hamster wheel, and that's where they're stuck. And
And they found it's had a little bit of success in the beginning, and now it dried up. And honestly, there's so many people that I introduced to this group that I owe it to them. I've been telling them there's some people that are going to stay regardless. We can't do anything about them, but understand something. Every last one of us hopes that.
Did you see this, Ty Banks?
It's gonna come out.
Yo, what? The day of Mr. Best homegoing, Dalco and his crew. Listen, and for those of you who are brand new, who are looking at GS Partners for the first time, they're going to see this. Mr. Best, who passed away recently, the day of his homegoing, it says here that Dalco, you got to understand, Dalco, allegedly, Dalco was was Ty Best's protege. Ty Best took him under his wing, and he gives him all the credit for showing him the way. And what we saw, and Ty Best had a whole family. He has two sons. His wife has just passed away the year before, I believe. And his family should be reaping the rewards from all the hard work he put into there. But it said Mr. Best team, to get them to come over with their team, that was taking money away from Mr. Best's family.
Now, once again, we're not anything that said we can't say 100% for sure. I have heard this, and I wouldn't doubt it, but I can't prove that. I can't say that for sure. But I mean, we know how they move, and it's plausible. And there are people, as we do more live streams like this, more people will come out and attest to that. And like I said, I mean, it's not like I said when Karatbars went down, Valerie Smith team, whole lot of other people team. I can't remember the names right now, but they went through people's organization to sign them up. That would be with them, the MSB team, because it's about commissions.
Clearly, my team too. Yo,
and yeah, of course, Doc team too.
And Mike Dalco called me. Hey, bro, gotta tell you something big I'm working on. I'm gonna tell you about it. I only told you and Kevin 2X Thompson. I only told you two brothers. Don't say anything to anybody else. Let me make sure that we got everything set up. And then, we're going to roll it out to our team so everybody can see what it's doing. But it's going to be huge. I said, okay. Sat there. He told me about what it was. I get a call from a brother out in California about a week later. Hey, Doc, can you be on this overview, this presentation tonight? There's a big presentation going on. I need you to be on it. So, okay, I went over there to check it out. They had 100 people on there talking about GS Partners and how people need to get lined up and connected to them. Mike Dalco was doing it along with Ty. Basically, he was lining up all his people. And my team with Roddy Roach's team and our team, there are a bunch of leaders that he actively went out and recruited to come from our team to go directly to him. And here's the crazy part. They don't get any benefit for that. It's not like he was going to be feeding them. It's not like you got any spillover for being direct to him and his wife. Man, I'm not even trying to get into people's wives, man. But
they just as bad because they support the fuck shit. Excuse my language. But they just as bad, and they need to be held just as accountable because the first lady is just listen, on the chessboard, the queen has more power than the king. For real. Let's just be honest. You understand me? So when you got a woman like that that's behind a so-called king, like it just don't sit well, and they are who they are.
And I want to pull this up because once again, now like I said, we know Marco. Marco knows from Karatbars, you know, and you know, like I said earlier, I think he's drinking the Kool-Aid with GS Partners, obviously, but he said that the best boys are still getting paid. That's a lie. Now, were they getting paid the same amount? Maybe because some people left their team. We don't know the details. Of course, that's what they would say, but the plausibility is there because we can all attest that they have done this in the past. So it's not impossible to see that they've done that in the future. So that's really irrelevant, in my part. But I want to bring that up just I want to seem to have impartial and be fair to a degree. That is, there's always going to be two sides of the coin. So that's why we can't say anything for certain, but we put the question out there: is GS Partners the next biggest crypto Ponzi scheme since OneCoin? And we wanted to add value and help more people become aware of what has taken place, what's going on as a consumer alert, okay? And along with others who have put out videos saying, hey, this is something that you need to look out for and be aware of. Cheryl Ann said, Cheryl Ann and I had everyone in our downline, and they took everyone. So it's not hard to believe, Marco, okay, that they did try to move people from one team over under Mr. Tabes to their team for commissions. It's not impossible. It's probably more plausible because we have more and more confirmation to that.
Marco, one of them ones that will still move in that, because I just talked to him recently, and I was talking about something totally different from GS Partners, and he was telling me about GS Partners, the brother in love with GS Partners, and I'm pretty sure he's telling everybody that he know about GS Partners. So,
Yep.
My prize, his wife is just as guilty, yeah. Yeah, they use their influence and the money that they steal from people, that they get from the people, allegedly. Let me use that word, allegedly, is because they use that money and shine. They use that money and shine. Now, I don't even feel no kind of way no more. I don't look up to him or value him the way I used to, and I realize who I am. And all of this, looking at the leadership, the so-called leadership in this GSP thing, I reevaluated myself, and now I know who I am more so than anything.
Yeah. I think when a lot of people will call me even to this day, and that just really hurt because we had something at that time very special. What a lot of people felt and believed with the wealth builders and the community that we had, and when we had our Let's Go weekends and stuff, and it was real love. It was a real family. It was a real community of people who were just saving in gold, and who loved that they were protecting their wealth and protecting the value of their money for their future generations and God's money. And we had events, and it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful community, and a lot of people were really just hurt. A lot of people are really hurt at how things have went down. And I'm hurt too, and I think that we all are hurt to see this, and especially our people, what I'm saying, our people who look like us, our brothers and sisters, and see the way they moving, and see what's taking place, and
under the leadership of Michael L. Dalco. This is under his leadership, under him and Tabes' leadership. This is what we gotta understand when we're talking about the losses and everything that's happening. I just want it to be understood that it's somebody who look just like us, who's actually putting us, in the lion's den. That we've fallen for this person, believing and loving and having an affection. All of this stuff, bro, was crazy.
Yeah.
Even Tommy know what it was. It was a family. Wealth Builders was like a family, for real. The way it was, I miss it. I can't even lie.
And we all loved Harold Sykes because Harold Sykes. Remember, I know people think he's a scam and all this and that, but that's Harold Sykes. He wrote a book. I got his books on my shelf. We met him. He had a solid company. He delivered the gold. You know, and I don't know, I can't say for fact or for true, but I remember we had that video where they did in Hong Kong, where they took all this gold and they put it in the vault, and you saw him and Joseph Haidt put the gold in the vault. And then I remember in Germany, when Joseph Haidt was giving out the gold, they had to give the gold bars back because the gold was leased. This is what I heard. So this might be some verification on that. But apparently Joseph Haidt leased the gold. He never owned it. When they got the gold in Germany, they were all given like a kilo. They couldn't run off with it. They took the gold. So it was all for show because he had to give the gold back. So Harold, though, he had the gold. You know, man. Harold. So we didn't know. This is the thing. Nobody knew Joseph Haidt. Nobody knew him. We knew Harold. Joseph Haidt got the credibility off of Harold, and that's why people run with Joseph Haidt. But we didn't know Joseph Haidt. They didn't know his history. They don't know his background. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about him, but all I heard at that time was that, you know, he was Croatian. I heard that his buddy Alex Brody got arrested for some sex trafficking and all that stuff. I didn't hear good things about him. I don't know the validity of it. I don't know if it's true. I ain't spreading speculation and things like this. But to me, from what I seen, I didn't know him, but I knew Harold. Harold had a track record. I read his book. I got both his books in my office right now. You know, so yeah. I mean, people, you know, Karatbars was a community of people who was saving in gold. That's it. And we got into crypto, and Joseph and in our opinion, Harold bought on the wrong people. He bought on Marvin Steinberg, which I don't know how he found Marvin. I don't know if that was through Joseph. And then he bought on Dirk Zalman, which apparently that's maybe Joseph Haidt's guy. You know, and then he just bought on the wrong people. He got into a space he didn't know about. He bought on the wrong people, and it all went south. You know what I'm saying? That's how it looked from what we're saying. I don't have, you know, all the facts and details, and I'm not making a blanket statement saying everything I'm saying is true and this is what it is. But we trying to let people know from what our experience was and from what we're seeing, because this stuff is coming out. Either way, you know, what's done in the dark is coming to light. I don't know if y'all see what's going on around the world with the times that we in, but ain't no more playing for games. You're gonna find out who for you and who not.
In this day and time, all three of us that's on this screen have been telling everybody, the world, whoever would listen, that we're in a depression, not a recession, or it's coming, and what's happening. There are people right now that know the same information and they don't care. They will take you to the cleaners, take your whole family to the cleaners, and wash everything from the wash to the rinse out your pockets, out your bank account. We're sharing what we know, because there's starting to become a snowball effect of this information coming out. There was one gentleman who came out with this information a year or so ago, and I think there was a gag order put on him. I can't remember his name, Chris somebody, but he was keeping up with the information, every change, every left turn, every switch that they were trying to do. He was on their heels, and they ended up taking this young man to court and making sure that he couldn't speak. You understand me? So allegedly. And so now, you know, other people are coming out. I just want to see if they're going to be able to do the same thing with these other people.
Yeah. And I don't know all the details. Like I said, somebody say, you know, I don't know. I wasn't behind the scenes. I wasn't part of the council. I wasn't in all that. But from what we were doing, what we was looking in. So I'm not saying that, you know, I don't know how it went down. But all we know that is Harold had a successful business for 9 years delivering gold until he brought on these other people and everything started to go south.
And in addition to that, the reason we all got involved with Harold was because of his credibility, because of what he was able to do, because it was a real company, because we had gold, because it was educating the people. You know, I was a networker long before I got into Karatbars, and there were all kind of opportunities out there that were paying much better in the beginning for that time. Now, at one point, we were eating with Karatbars. Everybody was eating at one point. But again, you know, to your point, Ricardo, to your point, Marcus, we had a situation where, you know, we were with a credible company, an established company. We spent all that time talking about LBMA, about the Vatican, about the cards, about Visa, about all that. Or was it MasterCard? MasterCard, I think it was. We did all that stuff talking about how the credibility, the corporate office right across the street from Mercedes Benz. We had his books. He became a doctor while he was with us. He became a senator while he was with us. Harold Sykes. So all of a sudden, this man has all this credibility, has done all these things, and then it comes along, the company goes under, and now they trying to blame him. They trying to blame him for everything that went down. But I don't see any book. I don't see this chairman. I don't see him keeping any of his promises. Only promise he's kept is that a few people have been getting a lot of money, and there are a lot of people who ain't getting a lot of. I know people right now who can't get their money, was unable to get their money out a week ago. Their money, bro. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? It's just, we had to go. Remember, y'all remember how much we had to go through to show people that Carrot Bars was legit because of Harold Sykes. And then there's no proof that these other actors are legit. We don't have that. We don't. They don't even do any of that. And then another thing, we talked about Money Mayweather. It was so funny to us. We laughed about it when he got put on payroll to market GS Partners, because just a year earlier he was laughed out the room at that cryptocurrency event down in. He's not a cryptocurrency authority.
Him and DJ Khaled.
They got laughed out the arena in Miami. I mean, am I right? Listen.
Yeah.
All we're doing is sharing facts and experiences with everybody tonight. That's all we're doing. So, and for the folks that are like, what we're saying, where's the cap? If there's anything that we said that is not factual, tell us. Tell us.
Yeah. This is not a video where we're trying to defame or harm. This is us wanting to bring hopefully bring more clarity to the market for people who are looking to get in the GS Partners. Because if these concerns can be properly addressed, and like I said, I'm all for it. I would love to walk back everything I've said. I would love for my vouchers to be able to liquidate. I don't want to move them into something else or whatever. I don't know. I would love for that, because the problem with what we're saying is that if we're right, okay, and if we're telling the truth from our experience, but if we're right about the company and the trajectory of it, a lot of people are going to get hurt. A lot of people are going to get hurt. Of course, there's going to be some people who won and who are winning, made commissions, got in early enough, whatever it is. But a lot of people are going to be hurt.
I was making money.
Yeah.
I was making money for years with GS Partners. I wasn't promoting it at all. I was making money. I wasn't promoting it at all. So just let that sink in. I'm not saying that people aren't going to get money. There are going to be people who get money, but that's where it always is with these kind of businesses, these kind of organizations. There's going to be some people that make money, but not. I'm talking. We're talking to the people also who are in it. We're talking to people who are in it. Look at this. You really think you're going to get 18%? When they had trouble paying 4.1%, why don't you just take your money?
There's a question. And obviously, look, we're not financial advisors. We can't advise people what to do. We don't hold no Series 626, but obviously they're not registered in the United States anyway. So if you watch Pocket Watchers, who is a financial advisor, they're not allowed to be selling you what they're selling you in the United States. Is a certificate a scam? I can't say that, obviously for strategic purposes, but obviously what we're looking at is not something that you want to put your money into. You better put it into Bitcoin or something else. I don't know what to tell you. You do with your money what you want to do. But do your due diligence, look at different information, try to get them to verify everything you can. Look at what the Canadian government is saying. Look at information, but we'll tell you don't touch it. In our opinion,
I have another question.
I'll say that much.
I have another question. I think it'd be good to ask the question. I want to ask the question: why is BD Swiss saying it had nothing to do with them? Why did that happen? Why did and what's going on?
They have an official statement or narrative for this stuff. They obviously they do, because they tell people something. And then it continues on, and then they buy into it and go to the next thing. Because a lot of times people just want to hear something. I don't know what's going on, but just tell me something so I can, feel good and know that I'm gonna still get paid. Because obviously they don't want it. You wouldn't want it to come to an end. You wouldn't want it to be fraud. You wouldn't want to lose your money, right? But you want to mitigate risk. You want to mitigate your potential to that actually being a reality. And if you can get word of it, if you can get light of it, if you can start to smell it before it goes down and before you bring in your friends and your loved ones and you make that decision, it's a good thing. That's a good thing. So if anything, it doesn't need to be, people don't need to be ostracized or called names or anything of that nature. Let's just talk about, verification, validation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Transparency.
Talk about the trading. Transparency in tech, transparency, man. And no, what if you don't want to move your stuff into another thing? What if you just want to liquidate?
Yeah. I just want to liquidate.
What if you just want to liquidate?
My hands with it.
Why can't you do that?
Listen, for everybody that's watching, I think we got 66 people on the line. Please like and share.
We got about over 100, 113, something like that. But people are gonna watch this later on. This thing is gonna get shared all over, just like Pocket Watchers and just like Ponzi Patrol, because people want to know and they're trying to make a decision. And so this is the opportunity for them to not have closed door meetings where people have to do screen recordings of what they're telling the public, and people who have a little more critical thinking or a little more understanding have to speak out against what they're saying and bring a little more clarity to people. You see, like I said, I have a vested interest. I have GSB IPO shares. I love to cash them out. I see GS Chain. I see Alan Austin. What's going on? Doc has them too. People want to know what's going on. Is it people? You said you were trading. You're not trading. So this is an opportunity for them. Bring clarity to the market. And like we said, if we are wrong, because we ain't saying everything we're saying is facts or true 100%. Well, if we're wrong, then we will walk back our statements. We'll walk them back. But we do got accounts in GS Trade. We have been there from the transition. So somebody say, well, listen to people on the inside, not the outside. Well, that's why we did this live stream.
And we're going to lend some credibility to Pocket Watchers and Ponzi Patrol. Hopefully they'll get this video and hopefully they'll be able to get something out of it. Hopefully we'll help their situation. Because we just want to let the people so that we can get back, so we can get this stuff continuing to help people. So
how does this work? Where are the trades? Where's the data? Where's the proof? Where is that? I mean, sure. Look, if that's the case, I got certificates too. Everybody give me some money. I'm gonna give you 4.15%. Okay. And I'm gonna slowly pay y'all out. I might change the way I'm paying you out. I might change the frequency. I might change the rate, but I'll pay you out. Right? Because the whole idea is I'm hoping I can get more people to pay me some money so I can slowly pay you out. So, but because you're getting paid right now does not mean that it's not a Ponzi scheme. That's what people don't understand. Well, I'm getting paid and I'm still able to cash out. And you need to go back and watch Pocket Watchers from a financial advisor so he can help you understand how Bernie Madoff was running a very successful Ponzi scheme for a very long time, okay? Making a lot of money, but it was a Ponzi scheme. So please stop using this as an argument. Well, I'm getting paid and I'm able to cash out every single week. That does not validate your claims that this is not a Ponzi scheme. You need more than that.
Were you able to cash out? Get paid out a couple weeks ago? They just had a big thing about how they wouldn't let you.
Might have. Some people might not have.
I thought they paused it.
Yeah. And when we started this video, we showed Ponzi Patrol video where he showed statements from people who said those things, and it wasn't just from one person. So apparently that's the case.
I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey, salute, shalom, brother.
Hey, MSB. Before you go, some people want to know how they can, reach you, or is it YouTube or Facebook? Because some people want to find out what you're doing. Because, like you said, you're an entrepreneur. You have some good things that you have for people out here, and they want to follow you. So you don't have to mention the company names and any company names or anything that we said. There's no affiliation. Don't time anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? They're not supported or with these videos or anything. This is just us speaking from our experience. But MSB, go ahead and share your details so people want to find out what you're doing. they can reach out to you?
I'm heavy on Facebook. I'm extremely heavy on Facebook at Marcus Slate Bay. That's where I domain at, you know, like that's why I kick it at social media aspect. I need to get my YouTube page up, but Slate been solid on IG as well. I'm not as I'm not on IG like that, but Facebook, Marcus Slate Bay, you can reach me, check out my content, and see how I'm moving. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, and you can catch me on IG as successful_Sergio. Again, successful_Sergio. I'm also on TikTok. That name will be changing soon, but right now I'm on TikTok as Doc Rozelle.
And if you have an email, maybe they can email you. Give me an email.
And you can also reach me via email at wealthynomics@gmail. Wealthynomics is spelled WEALTHY nomics NOMICS @gmail.com.
Yeah. And so yeah, you know, with that being said, you know, obviously this is on my channel, so you guys know how you can contact me if you have any questions or you want to speak to me about anything. You definitely can reach out to me. And then so once again, you know, we would love to walk back our statements and for everybody to be proven wrong, but we don't think that's the case. And so we will have a part 2. I believe so. Without a doubt, we'll have a part 2. And if we can have more people on, we will have more people on. We invite more people on. But we're going to document this. We want to see what's going on. So with that being said, we'll catch everybody on the next live stream. Look, be safe, be blessed. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now that's bigger than what's going on with, you know, this company. And I know you guys will see what's going on in the news. Look, it's about spending time with your loved ones. It's about preparing for what's to come. You know, focus on, you know, the things that really matter in life. Don't allow a company to divide your family, your community. You know what I'm saying? Don't let a company or this opportunity, things like this to bring division. Okay. Especially in these times. This is a time for prayer and healing for the world, because what this government around and what's going on around the world, and you guys know what I'm speaking to, and the financial collapse that we're in right now, and things that's going on. These are scary times. These are very scary times, and so we hope that everybody stay blessed, you know, and be safe, and you know, just definitely you know, be blessed and be safe, and we'll get you guys. Go ahead,
let me tap into that real quick. I'm sorry. Stay unified, please. Yeah. In these days and times, unity is key. You understand me? Look for the light. When you see light, understand what's light versus darkness. Think for yourself. Don't let people think for you. You get what I'm saying? That's essentially what we're saying. Look for the red flags. But definitely do not let systems like this divide you or your family or your tribe or business partners. Think for yourself. Don't be controlled by the hype.
Be a critical thinker. Community. I think that's what MSB talking about, community. And love to you, brothers. Love to everybody. All praise to Yahuwah, Yahushua HaMashiach. And I want to just say, you know, to everyone, success is voluntary and you deserve it. Back to you, brothers.
Awesome. All right, everybody. We'll catch you guys on the next live stream.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless. Peace.